Hello, welcome to another live stream. Um, I am quite saturated, not by the joy of 100k, but by the thought of what is the future of this channel and where we are actually going, and is there an end? Um, Today we like to discuss about something my father always taught me. Actually, since my childhood, I had some differences, maybe creative or philosophical differences with my father. Uh, till I turned 19, 18 or 19, I had so much differences with my father. It, you cannot call it proper daddy issue, but yeah, in psychological term, people might call it daddy issue. Despite having a lot of respect for my father, and about career, about my creative choices, about my career choices, about how I reflect myself, how he wants me to reflect myself, and from there I started delving more into philosophy. So today we will be discussing a bit about how I came across philosophy, and was it a particular way or particular pathway? Is there any kind of framework we can follow? Look, I don't have enough time to edit, and honestly speaking, I don't have enough resources to edit as well. Like, for example, the main resource is time. I don't have enough time right now in my real life to make long format videos and edit them. I have recorded several minutes of video, but I have no one to edit them. And this is quite saddening because whenever I am traveling in buses or public transport, ideas come in my brain and I don't have enough ways to it, uh, properly reflect to them. That's why I take the format of shorts, because when I was 16 years old, my best decision was to create small skit videos of mine using that those typing phones. जो इंडियंस है उनको पता होगा कि तब वो छोटे टाइपिंग फोन्स आते थे ना, उन पे मैं छोटे छोटे वीडियोस रिकॉर्ड करता था, एंड देन आई यूज टू यूज माई फादर्स एंड्रॉयड फोन, एंड देन आई यूज टू एडिट them. Just let me check the comments once, because you all might feel disconnected with me. Just give me a second. भाई आवाज अच्छे से नहीं आ रहा. For sure, others, can you just comment, any of you, that is my am I audible properly? Mm, thank you so much. Just let me like correct the light once, because the light is a bit dull. I feel like that. Yeah, now I guess it is fine. Okay. It's fine, because one guy said, literally said it. Thank you for the 100k first of all, but let's talk a bit, because my channel is not like other channels where the content creator actually promotes something bad. In this 100k journey, I have promoted nothing on my page, no betting apps, nothing. And from where I belong, specifically the YouTube community in my place in Bengal, if you see Bengali YouTubers, they mostly make food vlogging content or daily life vlogging content or roasting content. These three types of contents are very famous at my place. And since my childhood, I never actually belong to such community, belong to such content creation community. Since my childhood, my basic focus was on literature, a bit of gaming, a bit of pop culture, and I tried to create something else. Before creating manga tetsu or philosophical tetsu, I had a small gaming channel, and actually I am a like you can say very old player of Clash of Clans, and I used to play Clash of Clans a lot since my childhood. Like when I was maybe 15, 16 years old. Since then, I started playing Clash of Clans. It's been 10 years, and right now I am one of the, you can say, top 100 players of India. And yeah, you can say, I can show you my bases if you want. But from there, I started my journey on YouTube. That I started making small videos of Clash of Clans on YouTube. But then, when lockdown came, I discontinued. I discontinued content creation from YouTube. Then I started this channel um, back in 2023 when I started creating full-time content on Instagram. Because on Instagram I started creating manga explanation, anime explanation type of content using philosophy, not like random explanation videos. But from there I started making content on YouTube, because some of my followers, I cannot recall the proper names, but some of my friends and my followers said that when you are uploading so much quality content on Instagram, just re-upload them on YouTube, na? Then parallelly both can grow. And the most funniest part is, back in 2022, I created my Instagram page, and my YouTube channel, which was almost created half of a year later, it crossed 100k before Instagram, like almost 2 days apart, like 2 days after the 100k completion on YouTube, my Instagram also became 100k. Now the thing is ki numbers never excited me. Even when you see me here, I never made any kind of particular videos on 100k special like those. People make big celebration in real life or after 100k. For me, the biggest celebration is talking to you, talking to you all. Nothing more than that. Uh, are you from India? Yeah, Punpun, I am from India. Mm, what about long format philosophy video? I have told you already कि I don't have enough resources right now. The biggest resource is time. Um, so I cannot have enough time to create content, long format content. So stay tuned. I am probably creating something good for philosophy, like how to start with philosophy. I have already created 4 particular ways you can start with philosophy from my own personal experiences. Uh, do you work? Yeah, I am a professor right now. J Krishnamurti. Krishnamurti versus Nietzsche. Bro, this kind of comparisons doesn't work, because Krishnamurti and Nietzsche are completely two different kind of persons. So saying Krishnamurti versus Nietzsche are like saying aeroplane versus ships. Both are equally like valuable for their individual domains of work, and their work fields are completely different. You cannot particularly compare, because Krishnamurti talked more about Vedas, Vedanta, Buddhism, Indian philosophy, while Nietzsche was more into Western philosophy. So you cannot particularly compare between them. If you would have said that Osho versus Krishnamurti, or any Indian other philosophers versus Krishnamurti, then I could make a good comparison. But not here, bro. Self versus I don't know. I don't know. Honestly speaking, the concept of self is a bit delusional. Being a fan of both Buddhism and Vedanta philosophy, I believe that I have a very personal uh, idea about self. That self is a very vulnerable thing. If you are more consumed about self, there is a high chance that you build ego, and the concept of self itself is a volatile concept. So I don't know. Simply, I don't know. I don't understand. I don't understand properly many things. I don't know. There is no better answer than I don't know, in my opinion, in society or in knowledge, both field. How do you manage work and read philosophy? Don't spam. Don't spam. रुक जाओ भाई. रुक जाओ जतिन. रुक जाओ. How do you manage work and read philosophy book? Post about them daily. Actually, I have to talk about that. Since past 1 2 weeks, I was feeling a lot saturated mentally and physically both. Um, because of the workload, because of the content creation too, I have to dedicate almost like 1 2 hours for just making the content properly. Think about it, like whenever people come across my page, they might think, oh, these are just few shorts, like it is very lazy kind of content. Maybe for you it is lazy, but for me, like particularly coming up with that idea or finding the proper animes which visualize the theme I want to convey, that is a bit tough because online you cannot find proper clips always. And also I have to read sometimes, like I have to dedicate almost like 2 hours every day before sleep for reading any kind of philosophy book. Right now I am reading this book. uh, you can see Werner Heisenberg's Physics and Philosophy. This book, Heisenberg, you might know, one of the greatest physician of physicist. Sorry, not physician. Physicist of the history, and you can try this book. This book is quite fascinating. Obviously, made by Germans. Anything wrote by Germans is quite fascinating. What's your thought on loop, paradox, reference, connection in everything? Quite brainstorming, good for brainstorming and actively like engaging with your full power of brain, utilizing the power of brain properly. Like I believe lazy brain is a bit dull. Okay, making your brain dull is a big constraint of human progress. So yeah, paradoxes, loops, references, all these are very exciting, but don't don't try to satisfy your ADHD, because most of the time the people who are mostly attracted towards conspiracy theories, paradoxes, all these kind of things, they have hyper ADHD syndromes. And I believe that when you have hyper ADHD, it is good until and unless it is backfiring you. There are multiple people I have came across who are certified yappers who make absolute no sense after reading few paradoxes, few loops, and these things actually are good for very young people. Like for example, if you are a teenager, you have enough time for reading all these kind of things, then it is fine. But after a certain age, you have to move on from them, and you have to really read some real knowledge from the authentic sources, and you have to verify whether a paradox or whether a theory is right for your mental capacity or your life or not, because you shall bring one unique quality of philosophy that is called critical thinking. When we were teenagers, specifically when I was a teenager, I was not a critical thinker. I had zero qualities of a critical thinker. I used to get excited of anything I used to get. Now I don't get excited, rather I listen to them with zero things in my mind. If you make your mind blank na, it is a very good quality in my opinion. When you have a blank mind and you are listening to something, you have the fullest capacity to understand that person. And when you have those pre-established biases coming from all the knowledges, then you have a general tendency of overlooking the human capability. You might judge that person. There are two things in my opinion. One is judging someone, one is passing judgment to someone. Passing judgment is very important because that is called, you can say, authentic reviews, which can actually help that person if that is a very civilized mannered. But when you have a tendency of judging person, then you are generally judging the person from his external outcomes or external thought processes, whatever he is thinking, because of your internal thoughts. That's why I always say, don't get excited first when you are talking to someone. Be calm, be patient, and listen to that person properly. This is a very good quality for debates as well. And that is why I advise every single one of you, like 55 people are watching right now. If you are in an institution like for example college or school, get involved into critical debates or professional debates. Topics in your field or topics out of your field. I will be advising you, choose topics out of your field. Go outside your comfort zone. That will be better, because in my life I remember I am an engineer. So when I was pursuing my computer science degree, I remember I used to participate in the debates related to environment, then World War II history, specifically history, World War II related debates back in 2018, 19, 20. After 20, nothing happened because of the COVID lockdown. But yeah, that's the thing. Have you watched One Piece? No भाई परमवीर नहीं देखा भाई. Honestly speaking नहीं देखा. One Piece राइट नाउ अभी इतना बड़ा हो चुका है. आई हैव टोल्ड यू कि आफ्टर all day of studying myself, then teaching people, then making content, then studying other books of philosophy, it is highly unlikely कि मैं अभी इस टाइम पे I can watch One Piece because One Piece is huge right now, huge, like it is beyond my capacity to read right now. And I am not disrespecting One Piece by saying that. One Piece fans are might get triggered कि हाँ One Piece को तू huge बोल रहा क्यों नहीं देख रहा. But this is just my personal opinion. मैं अभी One Piece छोड़ के I will rather invest myself into reading smaller mangas. Even मैं कोई बड़ा manga भी नहीं पकड़ता उतना easily. Commerce, science or arts, what did you take? Bro, science, PCMB, classic. Hey Tetsu, after still having boards, I am here. No, 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 go. Just pause, go. Go. You can watch this live after having exams tomorrow. Tomorrow after coming back home. You can watch this live. I will not be deleting it. Please, please, please. I am not that important for your life to listen to this above your boards exam. Because मैं खुद भाई, I am honestly speaking, I was a PCMB student and I was the topper of my class. So I can understand how much of a pressure a student can have at the age of like 16 to 18. The post teenage phase is very important भाई. बहुत important है life में. Don't ignore it completely. My biggest advice of life, मैंने कभी भी लेजीनेस में या कोई भी गलत चीज में टाइम इन्वेस्ट नहीं किया, एडिक्शन और समथिंग. बट या obviously you can come back to my channel, you can come back to my live stream, but focus on boards first. And if you need any kind of help, come up to my Instagram, I can help you, definitely along your studies, because I believe help more than teaching someone, it is like like mutual give and take policy. Whenever we talk, whenever I teach someone na, I don't feel like a teacher, I feel like a student. I feel like a student connecting with a student. That's the thing. uh, Hi Pratham, hi, hello, hello, hello. That's why don't you reply to me? अरे कहाँ पर क्वेश्चन कहाँ पर है, बोलो बोलो प्रथम. अबे तूने बोला कि 10 बजे तक तुम सो जाते हो, अभी भी यहाँ पर बैठे हो. Text you like a brother to me even though you 10 years old. हाँ, even though 10 years older. Okay. Thank you. I am grateful that I have a young brother like you. Focus on your career, focus on your life, focus on different kind of philosophy books. I will be astonished after 10 years looking at you. Surprise me. Whenever I am talking to 44 people are here, please surprise me with the success of your life, with the changing or the redemption story of your life, because I had a great redemption in my life. I have a personal story of redemption in my life. So if any day you are interested, I will be making a video on that. But let's talk today. Okay, what type of genre of music do you like? Mainly I used to listen to jazz a lot when I was young. Now 80s, 70s, 80s classical music of any language, mostly Hindi and English both, and a bit of romantic, uh, and also a bit of calm, soothing music. And also I was into hip hop, so I cannot deny that I don't listen to hip hop. But yeah, it depends on mood a bit. Whenever I'm going to I had a bad day, I try to calm myself, so I listen to soothing music more. But when I have a very good day, the very morning I am feeling rejoice of life, and I am feeling a lot of motivated. Suddenly, the burst of motivation we all have, right? So I start listening to hip hop. Like hip hop soothes my inner chaos a lot. Do you uh, do you read I don't have mouth, I must scream? No, bro. Bro, you need mods. I can mod for you. Definitely, you contact me on Instagram. I can give you mods. अच्छा, ऑयल अप. अरे परमवीर ऑयल अप एक साथ करेंगे आजा. Can you show your book collection? Definitely. Just give me a second. Last stream मैंने दिखाया था. I guess I showed you. Wait, just give me a second. I need to just shift my camera here. Yeah, this is my whole book collection. Here, the whole Eastern philosophy related books. There is Western philosophy related books. This is science, astrophysics, all those. Here are few mangas I bought. My girlfriend gifted me, and this is the whole book collection on only philosophy. Okay, only philosophy. There are multiple literature books I am missing out as well. Like for example, Bengali literature के जो books है वो बाहर रखते हैं because मेरी मम्मी, my mom actually reads them. So I have to keep them outside my room, and that's it. Uh, Everyone is probably Indian in the chat. No, not really. I have a proper split of subscribers too. I have 40% Indian and 40% USA people on my page. That's why I create English content, because I am fluent in Hindi too. Not like my Hindi grammar is too good, because being a Bengali, मेरा हिंदी उतना बढ़िया नहीं है. I am being honest. Just for bare communication, it is good. Flawlessly हिंदी बोल सकता हूँ. But mostly I try to make content on English, because English is a good mediator of languages. So yeah. कृष्णमूर्ति और आस्तावक्रा. आस्तावक्रा का कुछ भी मैंने नहीं पढ़ा भाई. Krishnamurti, definitely Krishnamurti, because Krishnamurti was life changing for me. So I can say Krishnamurti is one of the most enlightened person I have ever read. बहुत ही deep गया है, बहुत ही, मतलब उनके theories, उनके जो ideas थे, उनके like Krishnamurti, how he reflected himself ना, it was too deep, bro. Like if you start reading him, you will understand that this person is epitome of enlightenment. Like beautiful writing, how he reflected na, it is a whole research material. If I do any time philosophy degree in the future na, I will be making a whole journal or like J Krishnamurti. This is my, you can say, respect, or this is how I can pay off my respect to J Krishnamurti for changing my life back in 2023. So yeah, definitely. अष्टवक्र के बारे में कोई इंफॉर्मेशन नहीं है. This is just my personal opinion. Have you read The Prince by Machiavelli? Obviously, definitely. I made I made a lot of content on The Prince. Like The Prince came, I hope ऐसा कुछ, like it is not left out. Like nothing is left out on The Prince. I have not milked. I am being honest. Like Prince में, I hope almost 90 to 95% things I have covered in past 3 years. If you have missed on YouTube, you can check my Instagram too. On my Instagram, I have made a lot of content on Machiavellianism. That's it. Oso versus Jira Krishnamurti. Jira Krishnamurti, any day. Have you watched BSD? What is BSD? How to stay consistent. Hi Chetana. Like staying consistent. Like for what instant? Like content creation, or in real life, like for studies. For studies or in career, I will be saying that staying consistent is a bit tough thing, because not every day is good. So actually stoicism helped me a lot in that case, becoming consistent, because I have a particular thing that I keep my emotions and my personal experiences away from my career and my professional life. So keep your professional life separated from your personal experiences. Whatever personal experiences you are having in your daily life, keep it away, and go back in front of your computer or your mobile or your tab or your notebook, and completely shut down your brain. Shutting down your brain is very important. Actually, there is a term called de-learning. You have to de-learn yourself or delete some things from your life. Okay? Like whenever we go to our phone, we clear cache data, right? Every day. Just like that, you have to clear some unnecessary information you gathered from your subconscious mind every day. You have to delete them because you have to stop your brain from being diverted into unnecessary things. Then only you can become consistent. Consistency is not something you can master like very easily. It takes a lot of time. मेरे लिए भी भाई बहुत time लगा था, बहुत. Like it took me up to 20 or 21 years of my life to become consistent into something I purely have passion for. And you have to find your passion as well. That is a big thing. Like you have to be passionate over whatever you are doing. Like content creation. Whenever I am coming to YouTube, I am being passionate. Like whenever I am talking to you, I am being passionate about it. Ki I have to deliver something to you. I have to talk my fullest and honest to you. And this is what you need to become consistent. That's it. Nothing else. Are you the H anime scene? एक second, निश्चय. Are the H anime scenes really for content purposes or you are a fan of Maple Star? No, actually I am not a fan of Maple Star. Uh, थोड़ा मुझे एक्सप्लेन करने दो. एक्चुअली मेपल स्टार के जो वीडियोस है वो बहुत फेमस है एज मीम कंटेंट एज वेल ऑन इंस्टाग्राम. ओके, और आई फॉलो वन पर्टिकुलर क्रिएटर ऑन इंस्टाग्राम who post random 18 plus videos without any context. Okay, और वो बंदा बहुत अच्छा है. Like रियलिटी में मैंने बात किया है. That guy is good and that guy has almost like 200k followers too. Like he doesn't show any 18 plus videos but he puts some humorous things from those things. Like for example कोई भी like anime पे कुछ भी humorous thing है उसको उठा के वो without context डाल देता है. So you can get कि yeah this is H anime. But yeah, I can see the other side of H anime too, like the humorous sides. Like the animators put some humorous elements into it. So that's the thing. Someday I get inspired from him कि हाँ ये बंदा ना ये एक सही बात कर रहा. Actually we have a very negative image about anything 18 plus. Okay, we have made these things taboos of our real life. Okay, कि हाँ भाई बात नहीं कर सकते, देख नहीं सकते, ये नहीं कर सकते. भाई मेरे मुताबिक तुम्हारे मुंह के सामने ना इफ समवन शोज यू दैट देख ये है एच एनिमे ये है पॉर्न, तो भी तू उसको पॉर्न के हिसाब से मत देख कि हाँ भाई मैं एडोज्ड हो रहा, मेरा तो खड़ा हो रहा. ऐसा चीज नहीं है भाई. उसको देखो कि हाँ भाई ये एक एनिमेशन मीडिया है, ये एक एनिमे है, नॉर्मल चीज है भाई. छोड़ो, मैं एक्साइटेड नहीं होता ऐसा चीज. So that's the thing for me. I don't get excited seeing any kind of 18 plus videos. But I just put them for checking ki how people react. I actually enjoy how people get triggered out of all these things. बहुत सारे लोग triggered होते हैं भाई, बहुत लोग. जब भी मैं without context कोई भी 18 plus clips डाल देता हूँ ना, लोग triggered होके comment करते हैं अरे तेत्सु तूने ये डाल दिया वो डाल दिया. नहीं भाई, मैं डालता हूँ मेरे फन के लिए भाई. मुझे मस्ती लगता है कि जब लोग triggered हो जाते हैं. और मैं ये माइंडसेट सबके अंदर ना डालना चाहता हूँ यंग लोगों के अंदर कि एक 18 प्लस वीडियो को तुम टैबू के तरह मत देखो. मेरे में कोई भी मास्टरबेशन का एडिक्शन नहीं है भाई. सिंस लाइक 2019 और 20 आई हैव लेफ्ट मास्टरबेशन. ओके, completely left masturbation. So whenever you don't masturbate to the thing, don't consider it as evil. भाई मैंने फ्रेडरिक नीत्शे का एक बहुत चीज सही पढ़ा है कि you don't have to consider something as good and evil. Go beyond good and evil. See it as just like an animation. Like it is just an animation, bro. It is not harming you anymore. So why are you getting triggered out of it? Then if you are getting triggered out of it, that means this is exciting you. And that means this definitely harming you still. So get out of it. Simply why? Well, how you conclude Light Yagami personality and his philosophy related to justice? Quite well, until he did what he did to L was quite unnecessary in my opinion. And back then when what he reflected to L na, it was quite evilness, pure evilry. So it was from then I understood that light is beyond redemption. he has turned into something he never wanted. So yeah, like the sense of justice बहुत strong था, and that actually doomed him. When you have something so passionate na, there is a big chance कि that dooms you as well, that drags you into the abyss of doom. Understood? So that is the thing of Light Yagami. Fantastic character. I recommend every one of you Death Note, because Death Note was one of my first animes, if not the first anime, if I can say. So yeah, definitely Death Note is good for that mental like masturbation, I can say, that actually inspires you to study something new. यू सेव्ड मी मैनी टाइम्स, थैंक यू भाई, थैंक यू. और एक बात, जो भी लोग ना 18+ वीडियोस को लेके बात करते हो ना, मेरे इंस्टाग्राम पे जाके देखना, जितना मैंने एंटी मास्टरबेशन और कैसे मास्टरबेशन के एडिक्शन से बाहर आते हैं कंटेंट बनाया ना, किसी और बंदा जो एनिमे मांगा पे कंटेंट बनाता है ना, उससे पूछ लेना कोई बनाता है कि नहीं. भाई एनिमे मांगा कम्युनिटी इज फुल ऑफ गुनर्स, फुल ऑफ वाइफू सिंपर्स. ओके, सिंपिंग करने के लिए लोग बैठे रहते हैं लड़कियों के ऊपर. I have shown you another way to see them. I want you to see the ladies of anime some another way, not by the vulgar ways. भाई always vulgarity का कुछ नहीं है. लोग बोलते हैं, ठीक है, जब भी मैं कोई भी लेडी, कोई भी एनिमे लड़की का कोई भी क्लिप डालता हूँ, लोग वल्गर बना दिया. भाई what is the definition of vulgarity by you? Can you say it? Just a girl, she has cleavage doesn't make her vulgar, bro. She is just 2D animation. Take it as 2D animation. She is not even existing in real life. Understand this. We have made everything taboo, specifically in India. Get out of it, brother. Please get out of it. Inspector Lunge, fantastic character. Fantastic. One of my like second most favorite character from Monster anime. First will be definitely Grimmer. Second will be Lunge, third will be Tenma, fourth will be Johan. Because Johan is a very good character, but not my favorite one. Bro, I am turning 18 today. Are, happy birthday. My college is so fucked up. I understand, Adnan. I understand you, bro. Just go, if you don't have any attendance issue, try to ignore it. Try building your own resilience in home. Gym jao, eat well, study well in home. But if you feel like that college is like draining your emotional potency, ignore it, completely ignore it. I'm not saying education is bad, but the quality of education an institution brings, that can be bad, definitely can be bad, because institution run on the correlated things a teacher like college corporation brings, right? And any of the internal stakeholder inside that, if he or she is corrupted, then there is no coming back. You will have bad experience in college. Mostly in health and education we will be seeing this thing, like the internal stakeholders are very bad, very bad. Okay, so yeah. गोकू, अरे गोकू क्या बोल रहे हो गोकू? अच्छा, thank you Barna. Are, hi Barna, thank you so much for the $5. And if you don't know Barna Kensin, she also makes content on Instagram. Her handle is Kawaii Kaki. On a free shout out, not for free, you gave me $5, like I will be paying you back on your channel. Like please consider her of subscription. And also try to follow her on Instagram. Like she is a big Naoki Urasawa content creator, one of the biggest and one of the earliest as well, so you can follow her as well. FF खेलेगा नहीं भाई, फ्री फायर नहीं खेलता. Well, what do you mean by philosophy, or what is actually according to your opinion? Philosophy, look bro, philosophy is not something of a big term like physics or chemistry. Philosophy is just understanding yourself better. It is the way, or it is the enlightenment. It brings the enlightenment inside you. Now philosophy is brings three most important qualities. That is critical thinking, that is analyzing yourself better and others better, and most importantly journaling your thoughts. That is the most important part. Whenever I come up to Instagram or YouTube for content creation, I am doing journaling, simple. You see long paragraphs of my pinned comment, na? Those are my journaling, simply on the context I am posting on. Your opinion on One Piece, bro? नहीं देखा, simply निश्चय नहीं देखा भाई. One Piece नहीं देखा. Okay. Opinion on Goku. Fantastic character. One of the most light-hearted characters, goofy character, good character. ऐसे simple characters, they excite me. They simply excite me, attract me to see the show. But yeah, you can see in modern shonen, every character tries to follow the same equation. That's why it feels ki nostalgic characters are were better, like Goku, or you can say Ichigo, Naruto. These characters were simple, and their simplicity attracted us. And now I was a big Naruto fan. Like back in 2015, 16, 17, I was a big Naruto fan. So yeah, you can say. Uh, After that, I became Attack on Titan fan, Code Geass fan, Steins Gate. Steins Gate changed me a lot. The psychological aspects of Steins Gate ना, they are immaculate. मैं उतना स्टाइन्स गेट के ऊपर कंटेंट नहीं बनाता बिकॉज स्टाइन्स गेट के जो क्लिप्स है ना वो मुझे मतलब मैं सोच नहीं पाता कि हाउ कैन आई प्रॉपरली यूटिलाइज देम बिकॉज यू ऑल्सो नो कि स्टाइन्स गेट इज लॉट साइकोलॉजिकली ड्रेनिंग एनीवे and a bit of emotional as well. So I don't make enough emotional content on here. If I make emotional content related to science, philosophy, then I will be definitely using Steins Gate in the future as well. Opinion on Augie. Augie भाई बहुत फेवरेट था. Manage self doubt. How? Manage self doubt. जो चेतना को कुछ देर पहले मैंने एडवाइस दिया सेम कि यू हैव टू जर्नल योर सेल्फ अ लॉट. Like write your thoughts. Like writing your thoughts almost solves 60% of your problem of life, in my opinion. I used to maintain a diary till 18, 19 years old, and it helped me a lot. I can advise you about that because self doubt comes from having a lot distracted mind about like vulnerable self image होते हैं बंदों का, इसीलिए सेल्फ डाउट क्रिएट होता है कि हाँ कोई कुछ बोल दिया डाउट पे पड़ गया, खुद का प्रॉपर कॉन्फिडेंस नहीं होता कि हाँ सेल्फ कॉन्फिडेंस बिल्ड ही नहीं हुआ. और दिस टेक्स अ लॉट ऑफ टाइम एज वेल, लाइक अंटिल लेट टीनेज इम्पॉसिबल. इफ सम गाय ऑफ मिड टीनेज सेज ना मेरे पे सेल्फ डाउट नहीं है, गलत बात है. कोई बड़े लड़के के सामने जाएगा सेल्फ डाउट पे सफर करेगा, सिंपल सी चीज़ है. it takes a lot of time. Like you have to meet with a lot of good people, you have to get involved into a lot of things, like for example project, and you have to get into a some point where you want to see yourself. Like for example, if your goal is X, you have to be near to X, then your self doubt removes automatically. So this is like a constant process, you have to go near X. अल्टीमेटली लाइफ का गोल क्या है कि मैंने गोल सेट किया, उसको मुझे पाना है. अगर नहीं पाना है कोई ऑल्टरनेटिव गोल सेट करना है. गोल को ही छोड़ दो अगर, तो भी कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, तो भी सेल्फ डाउट नहीं आना चाहिए. सिंपल. ओके, थैंक यू अदनान, थैंक यू सो मच फॉर 40 रुपीज. थैंक यू सो मच भाई. आई कैन ओनली से दिस कि कॉलेज इग्नोर करो. अगर कॉलेज इट फील्स लाइक इट इज ड्रेनिंग योर मेंटल कैपेसिटी, देन इग्नोर इट. लाइक बिल्ड योर. आज के टाइम पे तो और भी इजी हो चुका है. बैक इन 2016 व्हेन वी यूज्ड टू गो टू स्कूल ना, like we felt like कि only source of education was school. Back in those days ना, it was just getting boom on YouTube. तब तो start हो रहा था. अभी तो बहुत easy हो चुका है. YouTube पे इतने सारे courses मिलता है, इतने सारे like online पे free के teachers बैठे हुए हैं, and you can get a counseling very easily online. So that's it. Yeah. अब कौन authentic है और कौन नहीं वो थोड़ा complicated है, but many people can help you, like your elder brother or your parents. This is the thing. Like आज के टाइम पे मैं मानता हूँ कि इंस्टीट्यूशनल एजुकेशन से ना पर्सनल एजुकेशन का वैल्यू बहुत ज़्यादा है. पर्सनल एजुकेशन इज मोर इम्पॉर्टेंट देन इंस्टीट्यूशनल एजुकेशन राइट नाउ. इंस्टीट्यूशंस तो बने हैं सिर्फ डिग्रीज के लिए अभी तो लगता है, क्योंकि द क्वालिटी ऑफ एजुकेशन हैज रिड्यूस टू सच like level ना, it is at the bottom level right now. I can say you, being a professor myself, I understand na. I see multiple people around me. I cannot say much deeper, but I see multiple people. I go to multiple colleges. लाइक कहीं पर भी कंडीशन उतना बढ़िया नहीं है। अरे आईआईटी लेवल पे उतना बढ़िया नहीं है तो भाई टायर 1 टायर 2 सिटीज पे तो ऐसे गलत हाल होगा ही भाई। बहुत गलत हाल है अभी एजुकेशन का। हेल्थ का भी सही है, मतलब सेम सेम हालत है। सो गेट योर एजुकेशन प्रॉपरली एट योर होम एंड ट्राई बिल्डिंग दैट क्रिटिकल थिंकिंग योर सेल्फ कि हाँ जो मैं नॉलेज ले रहा ये ऑथेंटिक है कि नहीं, द सोर्स इज ऑथेंटिक और नॉट, इफ नॉट देन चेंज, सिंपल। Okay, the great. Do you know about Virgil? Yeah, definitely. I have played like DMC 4, 5, 6 I guess. 1, 2, 3 मैंने नहीं खेला था, उनके एक्सप्लेनेशन वीडियो मैंने देखा था कभी, बहुत बहुत साल पहले। लाइक 6 मैंने खेला है, बहुत रिसेंटली मैंने 6 खेला है। अच्छा है भाई वर्गिल का कैरेक्टर, लाइक दोज कैरेक्टर्स लाइक दांते, वर्गिल, दोज आर particularly one of the best characters ever made by gaming industry. What to do after 10th? भाई मैं कैसे बोलूँ what to do after 10th honestly speaking, because मैं अपने हिसाब से मैं मानता हूँ कैरियर का कोई एडवाइस नहीं होता। सोचते हैं जो सही सोचते हैं उनके साथ थोड़ा कोऑपरेट करो कि हाँ मेरा भी ये थॉट है आपका भी है, दोनों का नहीं, कोई मिडिल पॉइंट पे आओ, सिंपल सी चीज़ है। कैरियर एडवाइस नहीं होता भाई ऑनेस्टली स्पीकिंग। मैं तो मानता हूँ जो लोग फ्री का कैरियर एडवाइस देते हैं ना वो लाइफ डिस्ट्रॉय करते हैं, दे आर लाइफ डिस्ट्रॉयर। and actually I have suffered from that, so that is why I am saying it कि भूल मत, गलत करियर एडवाइस किसी से मत लो। 10th के बाद एक चीज मैं बोल सकता हूँ, स्टडी करो, खुद से स्टडी करो, कुछ जैसे फिलोसॉफी पढ़ो, कुछ इंटरेस्टिंग पढ़ो, आर्ट पे इन्वॉल्व हो, फिल्म मेकिंग पे इन्वॉल्व हो, क्रिएटिव कुछ करो। वो मैं बोल सकता हूँ कि गेट इनटू क्रिएटिविटी। if you are into creativity na, your brain is always active, but there is a huge chance if you get trapped into institutional education na, definitely you get doomed, डिप्रेशन पे चले जाओगे भाई। आज के टाइम पे लगेगा लाइफ के साथ क्या कर रहा। दिस इज द थिंग, मैंने बहुत लोगों को देखा है, मेरे खुद के क्लासमेट्स थे ना, दे हैड जीरो क्रिएटिविटी इन देयर लाइफ। ओके, आई एम नॉट डिमीनिंग देम, they are also getting, they were trapped into this like institutional education thing, ठीक है, they were also trapped. I am not demeaning them, disrespecting them, because they had their own choices. Right now I don't know even where they are, but at that particular point how I saw them na, कि they were all depressed into all these semester exams, all these assignments, career लेके self doubt, ये सारे चीज, लास्ट में जाके कोई एडिक्शन पे चला गया, गांजा पीता था, कोई अल्कोहलिज्म पे चला गया, कोई लड़कीबाजी में चला गया। एक बंदा लिटरली था जो एक साथ 3-4 लड़कियों को डेट करता था, ठीक है, इतना ज्यादा गलत हालत हो गया था उसका, ठीक है, वो भी फकअप हो गया था लास्ट में जाके, ठीक है। तो इन माय ओपिनियन डोंट बी द रीजन ऑफ योर ओन डिमाइज, ऑफ योर ओन डूम, ठीक है, डोंट बी द क्रिएटर ऑफ योर ओन डिस्ट्रक्शन, सिंपल। बी एनफ सिंसियर अबाउट योर लाइफ, टेक लाइफ सीरियसली, बट टेक द एब्सर्डिटीज वेरी लाइटली। जो एब्सर्ड एलिमेंट्स है ना लाइफ के, वो लाइटली लो, लाइफ को सीरियसली लो कि हाँ भाई मैं जिंदा हूं, मैं जब तक जिंदा हूं, हाउ अंटिल हाउ आई एम ब्रीडिंग, until the time I am breathing, then I have to utilize every breath, simple. I have to utilize. I cannot let my life get wasted into my addiction or anything else which is not providing something positive in my life, simply. Okay, so bro, I am an Android dev and web dev, what should I do to earn? कौन सा पर्टिकुलरली बोलो, एंड्रॉयड और वेब? देखो एंड्रॉयड डेव में मुझे उतना एक्सपीरियंस नहीं है, बिकॉज मैंने एंड्रॉयड डेवलपमेंट सीखा था बैक इन 2021, मेरे दिमाग में ऑनेस्टली कुछ नहीं घुसा था, आई लेफ्ट इट। वेब डेवलपमेंट इज मच सेफर ऑप्शन। इफ यू आर अ वेब डेव, आई कैन रिकमेंड यू टू sit for multiple React developer interviews if you know React development, and there are multiple open source platforms too which provide you some projects, you can contribute to them. GitHub पे बहुत सारे projects हैं, उन पे contribute करना start करो। LinkedIn पे जो बहुत सारे लोग हैं ना, उनके साथ बात करना start करो। जो LinkedIn के कंपनीज के HR बैठे रहते हैं, उनके साथ बात करो कि सर आई एम अ Android developer or I am a web developer, these are my projects, show them some demos. If they allow you to get into interviews, then it will be more than enough in my opinion. How to build discipline? जतिन ऑनेस्टली स्पीकिंग डिसिप्लिन का भी कोई बिल्डिंग पैटर्न नहीं होता. वो जो लोग बेचते हैं ना सेल्फ हेल्प के कोर्सेज, भाई मैं उनके जैसा नहीं हूँ. आई एम बीइंग ऑनेस्ट. देयर इज नो पर्टिकुलर फ्रेमवर्क फॉर डिसिप्लिन, building discipline. And honestly speaking, all those people who are selling you discipline, those people who sell you courses in name of discipline, वो खुद भी discipline नहीं है. This is the thing. When you have a very hectic life, there is a lot of things happening in your life. It is very hard to define what is discipline for you. Like for example, मेरे लिए जो discipline का definition है ना, वो है कि सुबह उठो, एक healthy life lead करो, जिम मत. मैं तो जिम जाता ही नहीं. बहुत लोगों के लिए तो मैं इनडिसिप्लिन हूँ क्योंकि मैं वर्कआउट नहीं करता, फिजिकल वर्कआउट ही नहीं करता. आज से 3 साल पहले मैं जिम करता था कॉन्स्टेंटली, तब के हिसाब से तो मैं प्योरली डिसिप्लिन था. तो अब मैं डिसिप्लिन नहीं हूँ. नहीं भाई, दिस इज माई लाइफ, दिस इज माई कैरियर, आई हैव टू इन्वेस्ट माई सेल्फ इन टू दिस. सो आई कैन नॉट प्रॉपरली डिफाइन यू व्हाट इज द टर्म डिसिप्लिन, बट आई कैन से यू सम ट्रिक्स यू कैन गेट from your life which may help you to build discipline. Like for example, एक चीज में हेल्प कर सकता हूँ कि प्रॉपर स्लीपिंग रूटीन बनाओ. 8 घंटा या पिक वन, either 6 hours sleep cycle or 8 hours sleep cycle. If you are getting 6 hours sleep cycle, then add on 2 hours of power nap as well. Like my example, मेरा 6 hour का sleep cycle है. Okay, I sleep around 1 a.m. and I wake up at 7 or 8 a.m. Okay, every day. This is my sleep cycle. And I add on 2 hours of sleep cycle whenever I am having any kind of transportation or I am having any time of post lunch time. So I add some 20 or 30 minutes of power nap. Okay. And if you are having 8 hours of sleep cycle, then it is fine. Also try to make, whenever you are getting up, सुबह जब उठोगे तब एक रूटीन बना लो मन में ही. गेट अ रूटीन कि हाँ पर्टिकुलरली ये चीज करना है. ऐसा नहीं है कि सभी करना है, बट ट्राई टू क्लोज इन एज मच एज पॉसिबल. लाइक फॉर एग्जाम्पल, इफ यू हैव लिस्टेड 5 थिंग्स, ट्राई टू क्लोज इन एटलीस्ट 3. पहले दिन 3 होगा, नेक्स्ट दिन 4 होगा, एक दिन ना एक दिन जाके 5 के 5 चीज तुम करोगे, फिर जाके एक्स्ट्रा टाइम ही बचेगा. तब जाके तुम सोचोगे कि अच्छा मेरे पास आई हैव एक्स्ट्रा टाइम, आई कैन इन्वेस्ट दिस इनटू समथिंग क्रिएटिव. लाइक फॉर एग्जाम्पल, मैं जिम जा सकता हूँ, I can do something else. This is how you can actually properly utilize your time. Time management and discipline are correlated in my opinion. So time management is more important than discipline. So go into that sector. If someone says Mukesh Ambani ना कि भाई तू discipline नहीं है, भाई that will be foolishness. Simply एक जिम जाने वाला बंदा जो जाके 4 घंटा जिम करता है, वो डिसिप्लिन उसके हिसाब से, और एक बिजनेसमैन उसके हिसाब से एक और डिसिप्लिन हो सकता है. So that is why I cannot say कि एक proper definition of discipline exist करता है. Make your own definition of discipline. That doesn't mean कि तुम procrastination में चले जाओ कि हाँ भाई मेरे लिए तो procrastination ही सबसे बढ़िया discipline का definition है. No, not like that. जो मैंने tricks बोले ये use कर सकते हो. Those are quite effective. भाई big fan. Hi अर्नव. What to do on vacation? मुट्ठीबाजी छोड़ के सब कुछ करो भाई. सिंपल सी बात है. मास्टरबेशन छोड़ के सब कुछ करो. क्रिएटिव कुछ करो, सबसे बढ़िया होगा क्रिएटिव. कोई नया स्किल सीखो कुछ नया. लाइक फॉर एग्जांपल ड्राइंग कर सकते हो, पेंटिंग कर सकते हो, गिटार सीख सकते हो. मेरा एक खुद का बहुत क्लोज दोस्त है, मेरा बेस्ट फ्रेंड है चाइल्डहुड का, वो रिसेंटली गिटार सीख रहा एट द एज ऑफ 24-25. कैन यू सी द डेडिकेशन? यू कैन डू एज वेल. गो लर्न समथिंग. यू कैन लर्न म्यूजिक, यू कैन लर्न लाइक बीट बॉक्सिंग एज वेल. मैं जब 18 का था तब मैं कॉलेज पे गया था. ठीक है, मेरा एक सीनियर थे, वो बीटबॉक्स बहुत बढ़िया करते थे. उनसे मैं बीटबॉक्स सीखता था थोड़ा थोड़ा. अभी भी आता है लेकिन नॉट लाइक दैट गुड. मैं मतलब उतना बढ़िया नहीं कर पाता. ओके, सो इज गॉड रियल? या डेफिनेटली लाइक अ हायर पावर एग्जिस्ट, सो वी कैन कॉल इट गॉड. हाउ इज योर टॉप 5 एनिमे कैरेक्टर? ऑब्वियसली थॉरफिन, गट्स, लेlouch, डॉक्टर टेनमा. And recently I can say, can I count Kingdom anime as well? Kingdom का मांगा ज़्यादा फेमस है लेकिन एनिमे भी है ना, एग्जिस्ट करता है. तो रीसिन भी बहुत फैंटास्टिक. एंड ऑल्सो एडवर्ड एलरिक फ्रॉम फुल मेटल अल्केमिस्ट. या आई मिस्ड हिम. सो या these are some few characters I can mention. मुसासी तो भाई एनिमे का नहीं है ना, उसने एनिमे पूछा, मांगा, मुसासी इज प्योर मांगा, नंबर वन कैरेक्टर फॉर मी, मुसासी इज नंबर वन एनिमे मांगा कैरेक्टर फॉर मी. लाइक इफ यू कंसिडर मांगा ना, नो कैरेक्टर कम्स क्लोज टू मुसासीज डेप्थ. इतना बढ़िया लिखा है ना ताकि को इन्होंने, लाइक फेनोमेनल. मेरे पास वैगाबॉन्ड के कुछ लाइक सेकेंड हैंड कॉपीज है, मैंने खरीदे थे स्ट्रीट साइड से, बट एनीवेज इट लुक्स गुड, सो आई बॉट देम. Don't buy them because these are not first hand things, these are third copies. Okay, so I have some few volumes of Vagabond, and the quality of art, look at the quality of panels na, beautiful, pure fiction, like peak fiction. So yeah, Joe Yabuki is better than Musashi in my opinion. Yeah, Joe Yabuki is fantastic as well. Like Joe Yabuki, मैंने जो याबुकी के ऊपर बहुत सारे, लाइक आई हैव मेड मल्टीपल कंटेंट ऑन जो याबुकी. आसितानो जो एज अ होल इज वेरी रेस्पेक्टेबल, स्पेसिफिकली द कंक्लूजन, द एंडिंग. एक्चुअली मैं जो याबुकी को क्यों कंसिडर नहीं किया मुसाशी के ऊपर, बिकॉज द कंक्लूजन ऑफ जो याबुकी आई पर्सनली डोंट रेजोनेट विद दैट. द डेथ, हाउ ही सैक्रिफाइस्ड हिज लाइफ, it shows his pure passion, but also it shows the vulnerability a man has. So yeah, definitely it is good. It is just my personal opinion. मैं उतना ज़्यादा जो याबुकी से relate नहीं कर पाता, like इप्पो से जितना ज़्यादा मैं relate करता हूँ, हाजिमे नो इप्पो. Okay, bro, does consciousness die after we die? No, not like that. Even after reading so many books of Vedanta, consciousness doesn't die. Consciousness, even I can say consciousness is only thing which is constant even after you die. Okay, in form of multiple things it may exist, like energy or something else. Consciousness do exist as form of action or as form of prolongedness. Okay, Tetsu, my friend, great job, thank you. Paulo, everybody here on Brazil, nice, from Brazil. Okay, love you brother. Nobel colleague philosopher. Did you already read some book of Helena Blavatsky? I heard this name from somewhere else, but I hadn't read any book about her. So I have to explore a bit. Okay, I will come up to you after exploring. Okay, thoughts on ORB, the movement of the earth. I watched 3 episodes of the anime, and all those 3 episodes were great. One of my friends actually was watching ORB, so he knows better, but from his review it was phenomenal experience. So I can say ORB is a good anime, is a very good modern anime. डिनर में क्या खाया भाई? डिनर में क्या खाया, मम्मी ने बनाया था वेज, कुछ वेज का लाइक मिक्स वेज कुछ बनाया था, और उसके साथ रोटी, सिंपल. मैं उतना हैवी डिनर नहीं करता ब्रो, लाइक इट हार्म्स द इनर गट साइकिल ना, सो दैट्स वाई. कल सुबह भी उठना है, और आई ट्रैवल अ लॉट, सो दैट्स वाई आई कीप माई डिनर सिंपल. What's your opinion on Kabir Singh as a character? Because if you see from a character writing perspective, it was very good written. Yeah, absolutely. Kabir Singh, I believe Kabir Singh is over-hated as a character because people extremely relate to that. Okay, like मुझे लगता है कि लोग जो सबसे ज़्यादा जिस चीज़ से रिलेट करते हैं ना, उसको हेट करते हैं. ऑल्दो आई कैन नॉट से कि कबीर सिंह के जो लाइक एंटी वुमेन पर्सपेक्टिव थे, उसका ना लड़कियों को लेके जो आइडिया था बहुत छोटा था भाई, इन माय ओपिनियन बहुत छोटा था. वो एक क्रिटिसिज्म मेरा रहेगा ही. अदर देन दैट हिज कैरेक्टर वाज क्वाइट वेल रिटन, इवन बेटर देन लाइक संदीप रेड्डी वांगाज अदर कैरेक्टर्स. लाइक फॉर एग्जाम्पल एनिमल में तो रणवीर का कैरेक्टर भाई टट्टी कैरेक्टर था. इन माई ओपिनियन दैट वाज the worst movie of Sandeep Reddy Vanga, and people glorify it a lot without any reason. Kabir Singh was far better than that, and Kabir Singh मैंने actually hall पे जाके देखा था, तो it was a quite good experience. Like the गाने, like the music were phenomenal, like गाने on point थे भाई, and शाहिद का acting भी सही था. शाहिद कपूर shows up on this role. He must choose more scripts like this. But yeah, some criticism will be strong against Kabir Singh from my end. Like for example, लड़के बहुत गलत तरीके से इन्फ्लुएंस हुए, मैंने देखे हैं ना. मैंने बोला ना, मेरे कॉलेज पे बहुत तरीके के अजीबो गरीब लोग थे, मैंने मतलब देखा है ना आसपास. तो कबीर सिंह बनना चाहते थे, वाना भी कबीर सिंह. सो या डेफिनेटली दे यूज टू रिलेट टू दैट कैरेक्टर. दैट्स द थिंग. Tetsu, you should read Usogui. Bro, I have read Usogui. I have my own. Just give me a second. Look at this. I have my own review on Usogui on Instagram. And also, I posted on community section. You all requested me a lot. Ek second. Just give me a second. Manga reviews. Here, I guess I have Usogui. Yeah, look at this. I have Usogui review. Usogui review done. You can check my highlights on Instagram. I have review of almost 200 mangas on my Instagram. You can check them out. Okay. Bro, is 14-15 is too early for entering into philosophy? No, no, no. There is no age limit for philosophy. You just have to choose the proper like philosophers for you. Like for example, don't try to go as deep as Friedrich Nietzsche at that age. Go for basics, like basic Greek philosophy is fantastic for that age. Stoicism is very good for early teenage. So yeah, these are quite good. But don't get into deeper things these early. Like for example, मैं तो recommend करता हूँ, if you are 14 or 15, go for Greek philosophy. Then up to 17 or 18, then you start reading Friedrich Nietzsche. And I recommend you to reread Friedrich Nietzsche once you hit 24 or 25, like me, what I have done. I read Friedrich Nietzsche once when I was 16 to 18. Then I read Friedrich Nietzsche again when I turned 23, and then up to 25, which is my current age. Okay. Have you read about Jungian Carl Jung? Okay, Carl Jung, Jungian cognitive functions. I have heard about them because my girlfriend is a psychology student. She has a degree on psychology actually. So from her books actually she inspired me a lot for psychology too. Like for example, specifically I will be taking two names. Those are Sigmund Freud and Carl Jung. Okay, those two were very much influential in her personal life. So I took a lot of information from her, specifically on Sigmund Freud. So consider whenever I make one content on Sigmund Freud, that is probably coming from her. Okay. What is your 10th percentage? 10th पे कितना था? 93.8%. West Bengal board. What is Manga Tetsu? आप ही हो Instagram पे? Yeah, exactly. That is my Instagram. Okay. People say judge evil. Okay. Yeah, sure. भाई आप फुल टाइम यूट्यूब करते हो? नो ब्रो, आई एम नॉट अ फुल टाइम यूट्यूबर. आई विल नेवर बिकम अ फुल टाइम यूट्यूबर बिकॉज ऑनेस्टली स्पीकिंग यूट्यूब is not very good for full time career until you reach like 1 million subscribers. Then you can think about it. But before that, no, never. लोग बहुत गैम्बल करते हैं, जो लोग फुल टाइम यूट्यूबर होते हैं ना, लाइफ लेके गैम्बलिंग करते हैं. सिंपल सी चीज है. Okay, DJ Bravo is asking, movie, web series, manga, anime. Choose any one for whole life. भाई धर्म संकट पे फैल गया भाई, बहुत टफ क्वेश्चन है. मूवी, वेब सीरीज, मांगा और एनिमे. I will be sticking to what made me what I am right now. Mangas, definitely. Mangas, bro. Those are pure fiction. Like in manga, I will be saying you remove manga with only literature. Because manga comes into literature, right? So books, definitely books. होल लाइफ के लिए. अगर आज सिविलाइजेशन पूरा खत्म भी हो जाए ना, सब कुछ खत्म हो जाएगा, बुक्स नहीं खत्म होंगे. दिस इज द थिंग, बिकॉज वो यहाँ पर रहते हैं. दिस इज द थिंग, यू कैन राइट देम अगेन. Vinland Saga changed my perspective towards war. Same here. Absolute zero. What's your opinion on Musashi versus Devdas? Musashi versus Devdas? What kind of comparison is this, bro? Like novel. देवदास के नॉवेल के साथ मुसाशी का कंपैरिजन कैसे हाउ? लाइक देवदास का कैरेक्टर एंड मुसाशी, व्हिच आई हैव टू चूज. माइल्स अपार्ट डिफरेंस है दोनों पे. लाइक देवदास इज अ सेल्फ डिस्ट्रक्टिव कैरेक्टर And Musashi was a self-destructive character until he met Takuan, right? Takuan changed him a lot. So I can say Musashi. Musashi had that zeal inside him, the passion, and the depth. But from the point of chaos, I can say Devdas is very well written. So it is a bit conflicting because whether I will be choosing my own native language, Devdas, Bengali language, obviously, Sharachandra Chattopadhyay, one of the greatest Bengali writers, or I will be choosing Takeko Ino, one of the greatest Japanese mangakas. So yeah, good option I will be saying, but personally I resonate more to Musashi, but writing wise I will be saying Devdas is more complicated because obviously Devdas एक नोवेल है ना, मांगा पे उतना टाइम नहीं मिलता कि एक कैरेक्टर में बहुत ज़्यादा लेयरिंग तुम ऐड कर सकते हो. It takes a lot of time, screen presence, on also you have to focus on the panels, so it is very tough. Okay, so you cannot properly compare a manga character with a novel character because novel gets a lot of character shading. Okay, so Devdas definitely by complexity Devdas, but by relativity I will be saying Musashi. मैं Musashi से ज़्यादा I relate. Same tetsu, same taste, fine. Okay. Bro, are you aware of the evidence of God's existence? Aware of the evidence? Like, कौन से evidence? बोलो. Like, I am always ready to see the evidences for God's existence. Definitely. Like, for example, any cosmic evidence तुम लाओ. मेरे मुताबिक ना, जो लोग बोलते हैं कि गॉड्स एग्जिस्टेंस के लिए एविडेंस चाहिए ना, ये टर्म ही गलत है. ये टर्म को ही हटाओ क्योंकि एविडेंस से कुछ प्रूव नहीं होता. ओके, दोज आर सम थिंग्स एथेइस्ट्स ब्रॉट एंड ऑल्सो थेइस्ट आर देयर. मतलब क्या होता है ना, एथेइस्ट लोग कुछ भी ब्रिंग करते हैं, एथेइस्ट लोग उसको नल एंड वॉइड करने के लिए लग जाते हैं. दोनों के अंदर ऑलवेज फाइट होता है. मी बीइंग एन एग्नोस्टिक आई बिलीव गॉड को प्रूव करने के लिए ऐसे कोई कॉस्मिक वैलिडेशन या कोई भी मैं बुक ला जाऊं, बुक में ये लिखा हुआ है गॉड एग्जिस्ट है, ऐसे एविडेंसेस नहीं होता भाई. एविडेंस अगर गॉड को ढूंढना है खुद के अंदर ढूंढो, सिंपल सी चीज है. लुक इनसाइड यू. इफ यू फाइंड गॉड इनसाइड यू then it is fine. Look at Swami Vivekananda. What Swamiji said. Did Swamiji used to preach God? No. He said that God is inside you. Jibe prem kore jei jon sei jon sebichi ishwar. One of the greatest Bengali quotes. That means a person who is serving to the animals or the living animals, he is serving the God. Okay, there is God inside every one of us. पैंथेइज्म के ऊपर कुछ दिन पहले ही मैंने पोस्ट किया था, स्पिनोजा's पैंथेइज्म. So yeah, you can see God inside everyone. You don't require any kind of strong evidences inside that. God is a term we invented. Okay, don't try to prove it at any cost. If you believe on it, then try to consider it seriously. Seriously लो उसको. Simple सी चीज़ है. Okay. Tetsu, should I read Great Teacher Onizuka? Yeah, definitely. Great Teacher Onizuka is actually good. Being a professor myself, I try to be like Onizuka a lot. Like the cool guy, like who relates to the students a lot. And I'm very much student friendly. I want to be student friendly a lot. First coding language to choose for beginners. First coding language. Basically C, basic C. बेसिक सी से स्टार्ट करो. बेसिक सी इज गुड फॉर द फंडामेंटल्स. बहुत लोग तुमको पाइथन बोलेंगे, मैं रिकमेंड नहीं करूंगा पाइथन बिकॉज पाइथन ठीक प्रॉपर में ना कोडिंग लैंग्वेज बोलता नहीं. पाइथन इज मोर लाइक मैथमेटिक्स बिकॉज पाइथन को कोई भी डेवलपर्स डेवलप नहीं किए थे, वो 8 मैथमेटिशियन थे जो पाइथन को बनाए थे. इसीलिए इफ यू सी एनी काइंड ऑफ पाइथन डेवलपर लाइक मी, दे आई वर्क ऑन पाइथन अ लॉट. ओके, सो पाइथन में क्या होता है ना, लोग पाइथन को मैथ्स के तरह यूज करते हैं, इसीलिए पाइथन इज वेरी गुड फॉर मशीन लर्निंग एज वेल. बट फॉर फंडामेंटल्स आई विल बी ऑलवेज एडवाइजिंग यू टू गो फॉर सी लैंग्वेज. सी लैंग्वेज इज वेरी गुड. देन गो टू अदर लैंग्वेजेस लाइक C++ और जावा. देन गो टू जावास्क्रिप्ट पैरेलली जावास्क्रिप्ट सीखते रहो. HTML CSS लैंग्वेज नहीं है, जावास्क्रिप्ट इज वेरी गुड. जावास्क्रिप्ट सीखोगे तो 100% कोई ना कोई जॉब मिल जाएगा भाई, लाइफ में जॉब मिल जाएगा. जावास्क्रिप्ट के लिए बहुत जॉब्स है. अच्छा डेवलपर बनोगे तो जॉब मिल जाएगा आराम से. Okay, Tetsu, is gaming worth it? Full-time gaming? No, bro. Not right now. The gaming content has saturated a lot, bro. Look at the viewership of all the biggest gamers, na. Shroud, if Shroud can have downfall, then everyone can have downfall in gaming. So gaming is not full time content in my opinion right now. The all the gamers of India ना वो सारे पूरा स्पॉन्सरशिप पे खेलते हैं भाई, पूरा स्पॉन्सरशिप पे बचे हुए हैं. स्पॉन्सर्स चले गए ना, भीख मांगना पड़ेगा 2 दिन पे. इतना ज्यादा हेडोनिस्टिक है वो लोग, बच नहीं सकते हेडोनिज्म से. नया आईफोन लेके घूमते हैं ऑलवेज. एक ऐसा ब्रांड खुद को शो करते हैं ना आज के टाइम पे गेमर्स, that is very fake in my opinion. All gamers, I will be saying all, most of the gamers. But yeah, I have fullest respect for them to sit inside of the, like in front of the like camera and in front of the monitor for this long time and constantly streaming बातें करना वो भी बहुत tough है, ठीक है. And I respect everyone who is hard working. So any gamer who is hard working, I have respect for him or her. But as a career, if you want to choose, no, definitely no, कभी मत करो भाई, बहुत बड़ा गलती होगा. पैसन है, कुछ सीखना चाहते हो, करना चाहते हो, कर सकते हो, बना सकते हो कंटेंट, थोड़ा लाइक स्लोली ग्रो होगा. फुल टाइम चूज मत करो, कुछ और करो, इसको भी पैरेलल रखो. सिंपल. BBS is best gaming YT. Yeah, definitely. I have a lot of respect. Anyone who has completed any kind of Souls game, I have fullest respect. And he introduced me to Sekiro. So yeah, definitely Sekiro. भाई क्या game है Sekiro. Please like play that game. That brings you challenge, real challenge. Okay. Channel name, I think Mob from Mob Psycho is good role model. Yeah, definitely. Mob Psycho के Mob fantastic character. Like one ने ना, मुझे लगता है I will be giving one underrated opinion. Mob Psycho is better than One Punch Man. What is your opinion? Whoever have watched One Punch Man and Mob Psycho both and read, in my opinion, Mob Psycho is much better constructed manga and anime than One Punch Man. One Punch Man has a lot of unnecessary elements, bro. But Mob Psycho is very much concrete content, bro. Hesitation is defeat. Acha, Subham is asking something. Tetsu Dada, explain philosophy of Guts and his mindset, his character development. देखो भाई, honestly speaking, Guts is pure existentialist character. Purely existentialist character. उसके traits पे maximum traits है existentialism. जो बातें Guts करता है, उसके will to exist, okay. नीत्सा का जो philosophy है ना, that resonates with Guts a lot, okay. Like the will of power, okay, will to exist, this kind of things. Maximum of the philosophers who were existentialists ना, उनके साथ तो गट्स का सिमिलरिटी मिलेगा. लाइक फॉर एग्जांपल सोरेन कियरकेगार्ड और फ्रेडरिक नीत्शा और जॉन पॉल सार्त्रे, इनके फिलोसॉफिकल थॉट्स के साथ गट्स को जैसे बनाया गया ना, बहुत सिमिलरिटी मिलेगा. बट इन माय ओपिनियन गट्स इज रिप्रेजेंट मोर नीत्सेयन ऑफ एग्जिस्टेंशियलिज्म. मुझे लगता है तो केंटारो मिउरा नीत्से के बुक्स पढ़े हैं, because how he made the whole world of Berserk and the concept of anti-god, what is shown in Berserk, completely it comes from Antichrist of Friedrich Nietzsche. If you have read that book, you might understand what I am talking about. But yeah, Guts is pure existentialist character. He is a rebel. He is a pure rebel. अब कोई लोग बोलेंगे कि हाँ Guts के अंदर कुछ absurdist element भी है जो एल्बर्ट कैमू bring करते हैं. हाँ definitely है. But after all, absurdism you can say can be an extension of existentialism, right? So I can say Guts is purely existentialist character. Okay. भाई कल एग्जाम, बेस्ट ऑफ लक. कब क्या कर रहा है अभी? 12:30 बजे सोने जा भाई, कल एग्जाम है. बेस्ट ऑफ लक, अच्छे से दो. ओके ओके. स्पाइडी क्या बोल रहा? एक सेकंड देखने दो. मशीन लर्निंग लेके कुछ बोला है. कैन यू रिपीट? How to stop overthinking, Angel? Look, to stop overthinking, in my opinion, you can journal. You can journal your thoughts. When you have cluttered mind, a lot of cluttered mind, you become a tinkering lab. You know what is tinkering lab? You do like multiple things in your brain. You do a lot of silly things in your brain. And those silly thoughts eventually become your overthinking. What can be this? What can be that? Oh my God, I'm getting insecure. No, not like that. Just journal it. make a particular framework of thought process. Okay, I know thoughts are mostly random. That is why I am saying ki before sleeping, just write down your thoughts, the whole day experience. And after some years, you will see that the quality of writing your journal has been improved. That means your tendency of overthinking has been reduced. Actually, I was a big overthinker when I was a teenager. That's why I started journaling. My mom actually advised me to keep a diary, and it helped me. It helped me a lot. Okay. What to do if I have many regrets? Just abandon them. Regrets carry करने से, if you don't have to carry any regrets in your life. More than regrets, take them as lessons. Nothing is more regretful than you take a regret as a regret. You mourn over something. Take it as a lesson. Understand it as a lesson. Ki, yes, bro, something happened in my life. But what next? I cannot regret about it. If I don't have the power to change it, then I have to accept it. Accept it and move on. Moving on is the best option in the life. You have to keep moving on. You have to keep walking. There will be multiple regrets in life. I have lost a lot of things in my life. There was the biggest regret of the life of mine. My personal experience was I lost my grandfather when I barely could realize ki what happened to him. Okay, and he was next to my father. I regretted a lot in my life for almost 1 year. But when I understood, I sit down properly in my room when I had lockdown. Na, I used to sit down and meditate myself. I understood that these things are barely touchable to my inner core. So whatever happened to him, I cannot let it happen to my grandmother once again. I cannot be this irresponsible to my grandmother. So I dedicated my everything to my grandmother, taking care of her. She has cancer. By the way, my grandmother has cancer. So I take care of her a lot. I try to bring anything. Whenever I go outside, I bring her favorite food. Whatever is capable for me, I bring for her. I take care of her. I take her outside my house and go to like nearest shopping mall or somewhere else where she can actually interact with the modern civilization, and her smile actually brings a lot of things. So these are the cure to regret, to help people, to rectify yourself, and if you cannot rectify, accept it. That's it. দাদা গটসের ক্যারেক্টার ডেভেলপমেন্টটা একটু এক্সপ্লেন করো। গটস গটসের ক্যারেক্টার ডেভেলপমেন্ট, গটস had no character development in my opinion. Guts had barely character development because Guts' character after Eclipse, it became very much stoic, more stoic how he used to be, stoic and existentialist both. Okay, Guts had very barely, even I will be saying Guts' character development, you know how it is like a wave, this sometimes it gets a little bit spike, then again downfall. Okay, this is how, if you want to see a proper character development na bhai, you have to go for Thorfinn Karlsvipni. His arc is like this and sudden peak in Vinland Saga season 2, and after season 3 it will be again like always peaking. Okay, so Thorfinn had a constant character development. It was fantastic after season 2. But Guts had a very minimal character development in my opinion, because the world of Berserk is such na, you cannot show a character like very pragmatic. Okay, because the world is ruthless, honestly. Okay, now how to do for AI developing? What to do for AI developing? Learn Python, basic Python सीखो, फिर जाके पैरेलली स्टैटिस्टिक्स में अच्छे बनो, मैथ्स पे अच्छा होगा ना, ठीक है, मैथ्स पे तो अच्छा होना ही पड़ेगा AI डेवलपमेंट के लिए. एंड मशीन लर्निंग में अगर इंटरेस्ट है, बाद में जाके मशीन लर्निंग के कोर्सेज सीख सकते हो. रिग्रेशन, ओके, रिग्रेशन, टाइम सीरीज, पाइथन यूज़ करके कैसे करते हैं. फिर पाइथन के आर्किटेक्चर सीखो, लाइक फॉर एग्जांपल जैंगो सीख सकते हो. पाइथन के इंडिविजुअल लाइक बहुत सारे इनबिल्ट लाइब्रेरीज है जो AI डेवलपमेंट के लिए बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, लाइक फॉर एग्जांपल नमपाई, पैंडास। पैंडास का एक पूरा कोर्स सीखो अच्छे से। पैंडास अगर सीख जाओ, मास्टर कर जाओ, AI डेवलपमेंट बिकम्स वेरी इजी। लाइक फॉर एग्जांपल मैंने पैंडास का कोर्स सीखा था बैक इन 2022, okay, and it helped me. Before that I was a JavaScript developer, so yeah, definitely पाइथन मास्टर करो तो AI मास्टर हो जाएगा। ऑल्दो तुम AI मशीन लर्निंग कोई भी लैंग्वेज से कर सकते हो, लाइक फॉर एग्जांपल सी पे भी मशीन लर्निंग होता है, बट इट इज़ वेरी टफ भाई, बहुत दिमाग खराब हो जाएगा। मैंने एक बार काम किया है, आई अंडरस्टैंड, डोंट एवर ट्राई इट, इट इज़ वेरी हार्ड। सी पे कभी कुछ करना मत, लाइक सी फॉर बेसिक्स ओनली। सी पे कोई भी उतना हार्ड प्रोजेक्ट करने मत जाओ भाई, सिंपल। सी पे सीख सकते हो बहुत सारी चीज़, बट सी इज़ नॉट वेरी वेल फॉर machine learning AI projects, okay? Opinion on ZYZZ. What is that, bro? ZYZZ? Australian bodybuilder and personal trainer. What happened to him? Attracted one of the greatest cult followings of fitness. No, bro, I have no idea. I haven't heard about him. Like, he died in 2011. What? Only at the age of 22. Why? What happened? The legend of ZYZZ. Let me explore a bit, okay? I have found a YouTube video. I have to explore. I don't know about him. I haven't heard about like him in eons. Tetsu, bye bro. भाई मुझे फिलोसॉफी और फिजिक्स में इंटरेस्ट है। आई एम करेंटली गिविंग माई 10th बोर्ड एग्जाम्स। हाउ कैन आई मर्ज माई इंटरेस्ट? गो फॉर न्यूटोनियन फिलोसॉफी, देन गो टू आइंस्टाइन, देन अंडरस्टैंड निकोला टेस्ला's relation with Swami Vivekananda, then go for René Descartes was a mathematician originally. Leibniz भी mathematician था। जो मैथमेटिशियन फिजिसिस्ट थे वो भी तब के टाइम पे फिलोसोफर थे, ठीक है? सो यू गो फॉर देम डेफिनेटली। स्टेन्स गेट और डार्क, व्हिच वन यू वुड प्रेफर? डार्क। स्टेन्स गेट इज ऑब्वियसली इट इज लाइक वेरी बेयर डिफरेंस। जस्ट डार्क मैंने क्यों चूज किया? बिकॉज ऑफ द plot twist. The plot twist of Steins Gate is phenomenal as well. But Dark had some personal impact on me. Maybe because lockdown के time पे मैंने देखा था, I watched Dark, and Dark's background music, background score, acting, everything was phenomenal. How the story was executed, that's why Dark. And Dark is bigger than Steins Gate a bit, so that's why. Purely for that reason. No, like I cannot say the difference is huge. It is like 19-20 difference. That's the thing. भाई आपका लाइफ का गोल क्या है? गोल ही नहीं है ना, जस्ट जोकिंग. माई गोल इज टू हैव अ गुड लाइफ, अ लाइफ आई वॉन्ट टू रिग्रेट when I will be in deathbed. Simple. Hi Socrates. Are Socrates, do you support social Darwinism? No. It is a bit good. It is a bit contradictory, although, because I posted on antinatalism and social Darwinism is completely opposite of it. So yeah, antinatalism and social Darwinism is such a concept now. You have to understand one thing, that Darwin would have disagreed to most of the philosophers, okay? Because Darwin is such a guy who will be agreeing to only biological needs of existence, but beyond that something exists, he will never consider it, okay? So social Darwinism, no. I personally, being a philosophy content creator and philosophy reader, I cannot agree to Darwin at all. But yeah, he is definitely important. Definitely, he is not to be disregarded for anything. Just because I disagree to something, that doesn't mean that I disrespect his theories. It is also important, but yeah, this is just my personal take. Okay? Bro, learn about ZYZZ philosophy. He is a chill guy. Okay. What is your favorite branch of philosophy? Advaita Vedanta. Bro, your opinion on the like feeling like of failure, like if I don't become ZYZ in my life, like I could not become something I wanted to in my childhood, like having the fear, like fearing the failure. Okay, you suffer from fear of failure, right? And this is a very common thing person people think. Actually, I believe that people since their childhood now, our brains are constituted like those genetically and by our surroundings, that failure is a very bad thing. In my opinion, the day you will stop taking failure as a personal attack on your moral understanding or your moral existence or your as a whole existence now, life will be much easier for you. There will be nothing that will stop you from fear of failure. Okay, fear of failure, don't take failure as failure, take failure as a lesson, as a part of our life. Everyone has failure. I had failures in my life, a lot, bro, and that destroyed me when I was a teenager, and I let that destroy myself. You know why? Because I took failures with wide arms, that these are the part of me. Okay, failures will be always there. Don't give up, don't give up because you failed once. Okay, that doesn't mean ki you destroy your life into something which is not producing something good, but definitely don't consider yourself as a complete failure because of that fear. Fear is very bad thing for human existence, you know, very bad experience. Welcome to NHK देखा है? हाँ, definitely one of the best animes for depressed people, lonely people. देखना चाहिए anime. Bro, have you listened to Pimp a Butterfly? Yes, मैंने सुना है. Do you like stoicism or read something like that? Yeah, I like stoicism a bit, but stoicism मुझे लगता है, I believe stoicism is a bit surface level philosophy. It is like level 1 or 2, not more than that. What is your opinion on perfectionist? Good if he can be a perfectionist, but mostly if you try to impose your perfectionist mindset on others, then you are a narcissist. More likely you become a narcissist, not a perfectionist. So yeah, it is good until you are just keeping it to your like field, your own personal comfort zone. Then it's fine. How JE impacted you? A lot, bro, a lot. Actually, I was not a JE aspirant. Okay, I was mainly a NEET aspirant. In my year, I had scored. Score याद नहीं, but I can remember the rank. It was around 51,000. Okay, so I didn't get any like government colleges in medical, but I had successfully cracked in engineering. Okay, JE. So my father said that your JE rank is better than your NEET rank, so you should try engineering, because my father is against that year gap concept. Okay, and I have no academic year gap, and that is a quite good thing, I believe. But my main goal back then was to become a doctor, and I lost my goal, I lost my purpose completely. But that is the life, that is life. I went through a lot of depression back then, but I never understood that this is not called depression, this is called the phase you go through when you lose your purpose. Okay, so properly that was not a depression, clinical depression. And then I understood that I have to survive here, I have to survive in engineering. Okay, despite it being the most weird and absurd career choice for me. And then I fell in love with computer and technology. Simple. You have to love what you have. Simple. Not like you have to hate it. Well, for AI development, Python or C? Python. You Mirin bra. What is that, bro? Tatami Galaxy anime देखा है? हाँ, Tatami Galaxy भी देखा है. बहुत favorite anime है. One of the best animes by Madhouse Studio. Please watch it. Please. Tatami Galaxy. If you have not watched, anyone you, any one of you, like 43 people are there, please watch Tatami Galaxy. It is one of the best animes. Well, for AI development, Python or C? Python, definitely Python. Would you recommend starting a YouTube channel? Definitely, I will recommend any day, but be consistent. Be as much as passionate and consistent as I try to be. But there is no like restriction. You can be more passionate about YouTube channel. I am not 100% passionate about it, but yeah, definitely I try to reflect as much as possible. That's it. Hey, new subscriber here. Hi, Sarvesh. I have been following your channel and you for some time, and I want to thank you for great work, different philosophy and psychology, and helping people. You are awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Sarvesh. It is more than grateful. I am more than grateful for like hearing these facts from you. And please try to be consistent on my comment section whenever I post on Reels, or Instagram or YouTube, whatever. So thank you. Learn about JYZZ. Okay. Can you post on ZYZZ philosophy? I have to explore, bro. I don't know. I didn't know about ZYZZ. You guys told me about ZYZZ. Look at this, na. Like I just googled him. Look at this. I googled him. Can you see? I just googled him. Okay. So it's not like I knew about ZYZZ a lot previously. I have to explore. भाई लाइफ जर्नी बता दो पूरी बायोपिक. नो ब्रो, नो not that comfortable, bro. Not here. Like I have told you only 1% of my life, and I am not that comfortable to share everything on social media, and I believe you should not be as well. Some things should be a bit पर्सनल. आज के टाइम पे ना लोगों का प्रॉब्लम ही हो चुका है, सोशल मीडिया पे खुल्लम खुल्ला सब कुछ दिखा देते हैं लोग. तो तुम ना लोगों को टेकन फॉर ग्रांटेड लेना स्टार्ट कर देते हो. यू स्टार्ट टेकिंग दैट पर्सन फॉर ग्रांटेड. यू हैव सो मच इंफॉर्मेशन फॉर अबाउट दैट पर्सन, एंड आई एम नॉट दैट पर्सन. I am also a student, I am also a teacher, I have my own personal dignity in real life. So personal life पे मतलब पूरा बायोपिक नहीं बोल सकता. लाइक इट इज़ नॉट बॉलीवुड ब्रो. দ্যাটস দ্য থিং. ও দাদা বিটেক করতে চাই, কি করব বলো, প্লিজ টেল মি ফ্রম ওয়েস্ট বেঙ্গল বোর্ড. ওকে সত্যজিৎ, ইউ ক্যান ডু লাইক বিটেক মানে করতে চাইলে, ইফ ইউ ওয়ান্ট টু ডু বিটেক, I can advise you to focus more on maths and physics more than chemistry. Chemistry is important. Chemistry हो जाता है भाई. Like chemistry is not that tough. Organic chemistry में अच्छे बनो, हो जाएगा. And maths पे अच्छा होना चाहिए. Maths अच्छा होना चाहिए. Fundamental maths तो अच्छा होना ही चाहिए. Like the statistics parts will be very much important in future. Linear algebra अच्छा करो, vector अच्छा करो, फिर अपना परमुटेशन कॉम्बिनेशन, बाइनोमियल थ्योरम, ओके इंटीग्रेशन इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. एंड मैथ्स अच्छा करो. मैथ्स अच्छा नहीं होगा तो इंजीनियरिंग टफ है भाई, बहुत टफ है. माई ओनली एडवाइस कैन बी दैट मोर देन like JEE main, you can focus on WBJE. And if you are focused on JEE main, then I will be advising you to take some professional guide. Like any institution will be great. Like institution मतलब कोई भी कोचिंग सेंटर से प्रिपरेशन लो. सिंपल. Have you watched Monogatari? हाँ. What are you saying? I have read the manga of Monogatari as well. Review is on my page. Life is a derivative of revolt, right? Yeah, definitely. Have you watched Gintama? Yes, I have watched Gintama. Why don't you give live reaction on ZYZZ? Not today, bro. I will be like concluding my live stream now because I have to go to sleep. It is almost 1 a.m. na. I have to wake up tomorrow. So yeah, I will be definitely posting something on ZYZZ on my community section. Keep like I assure you, I'll be posting in 2-3 days, maybe within the weekend. Okay. भाई आप बहुत नॉलेजेबल हो, बात भी बढ़िया करते हो, बाबा बन जाओ. अरे Bro, I remember my like college friends used to call me Baba once. Okay. But no, not like that. I am not a Baba. I am learning from you all as well. बाबा माइंडसेट बहुत खराब है इंडिया में भाई कि हाँ भाई मैं ही सबसे ज्यादा जानता हूँ मेरे ऊपर कोई नहीं कुछ जानता तूने कैसे ये बोल दिया मेरे ऊपर मेरे मुंह पे मुझे कैसे बोल दिया मैं गलत हूँ ऐसा कुछ नहीं है भाई बाबाज आर मोस्टली नार्सिसिस्ट दे सीम टू बी पुकीज बट मोस्टली दे टॉक absolute gibberies. Okay, so I can say कि I am learning from you all as well. मैं भी सीखता हूँ ये जो तुम लोगों के साथ बात कर रहा हूँ I am learning from you too. Like for example that Brazil guy he told me about an author. You guys told me about ZYZZ. Okay, so I am learning too. That's it. How has absurdism impacted your life? Bro, it saved me from midlife crisis, mid-20 crisis. Simple. Which college did you study in, bro? My BTech. My BTech was from Techno Mensol. Like, yes, Baba ban jao dada. No Babas. Okay. I recommend a book that you may like. Macrobiotics, the universal way of happiness. Let me just note it somewhere. Where is my tab? Just give me a second. Macrobiotics, the universal way of happiness. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Kalin Todorov. Are you from are you from any like Russian countries? Like, I'm not sure. Anxiety, excitement is the same thing. I heard. Okay, I am Interested in Dostoevsky. From which book should I start? Definitely Crime and Punishment. Start with this one. Definitely start with Crime and Punishment. One of the best books of Dostoevsky. This is good for fundamentals. Okay. Then go to Dostoevsky's short stories. Then go to Brothers Karamazov. Then go to Idiot, the best book of Dostoevsky in my opinion. And then go to Dostoevsky's own personal monologue in my opinion. If I am not wrong, that is Notes from the Underground. Notes from the Underground is a bit tough to understand, so that is why I am keeping it at the last position. So, okay, you can start with Crime and Punishment. That is a good book. Bro, 5 marks का question था. कौन सा? The thought says Bulgaria. Okay, nice. I got it from your name that you must be from a country which was a part of USSR back then. Okay. Welcome to the stream. Dada, are you Bengali? Yes, I am a Bengali. Shouldn't we read the Brothers Karamazov the last? No. Brothers Karamazov is like not that complex. It is good, like the dichotomy between what was the name of Aliesa, I guess, the brother's name, Aliesa and Ivan. The dichotomy of them was phenomenal. So you can understand that very well. So you will have a very good foundation of understanding Dostoevskian dilemma. I posted on Dostoevskian dilemma some days ago on my Instagram or on my YouTube as well. You can check it. What's your age, bro? 25. I am 25. भाई मुझे याद रखना. I was from the beginning. Yes, Gojo sa. Thank you for staying from the beginning. Have you read any light novel or visual novel? Yes, I guess. Apothecary Diary. Apothecary Diaries, I have read the light novel of it. Okay. दादा आमी हावड़ा थेके. Same here. WBJE के लिए डर लग रहा है. Any tips? जो मैंने सत्यजीत को बोला सेम थिंग. I will be saying that एक दो लोग मिलके अगर ग्रुप स्टडी कर सकते हो सबसे बढ़िया होगा. तो यू कैन गेट दैट अंडरस्टैंडिंग कि कौन सा लेवल पे है. ओके. और कंपटीशन के जैसा मत देख के कंपटीशन को एक प्लेग्राउंड जैसे देखो. इन माय ओपिनियन वी टेक कंपटीशन एज वेरी स्ट्रिक्ट बाउंडेड अंडरस्टैंडिंग. इट हैज़ बिकम अ टैबू ऑल्सो. कंपटीशन भी एक टैबू बना चुके हैं हम लोग कि भाई कंपटीशन एग्जाम क्रैक नहीं कर सकता भाई, मैं तो गांड पे चला गया, मेरे गांड पे बम्बू हो गया, ऐसा चीज़ नहीं है भाई. Competition, take it as a playground. Whenever you go to playground for playing football or cricket or whatever sports, take study as a sports na. This is the biggest problem of us. We take study as a very complex or very emotionally draining thing. No, not like that. Take it as a very sporty thing. Failures will be there. Yeah, definitely. एक साल नहीं हुआ तो क्या हुआ, नेक्स्ट ईयर फिर से ट्राई करेंगे. इस साल का जो रैंक हुआ हुआ, दैट्स द थिंग. ब्रो निन्नी कर लो, आ जाओ एक साथ करेंगे. Tetsu, if Musashi is your most favorite character, then why is your profile of YT is Thorfinn? Basically, when I started like YouTube channel, from the very beginning, my profile picture was that. Like I changed my profile picture on Instagram, but on YouTube I kept it Thorfinn because back then Vinland Saga season 2 was airing in 2023 when I made the YouTube channel. That's why my profile picture was Thorfinn because yeah, you can say recency bias. Not like that. Thorfinn is also one of my favorite characters. Maybe top 5 or top 6 most favorite characters of all time. That's why. Brother, recommend me a book for philosophy and spirituality. Philosophy and spirituality के लिए you can try this book. This is one of the most recent books I bought. You can try this book. This book is called The Spiritual Philosophy of Tagore, or I will be saying Thakur, Rabindranath Thakur. This is a whole monologue of Rabindranath Thakur's understanding of philosophy. To get the context, like the power of tranquility. Oh my God! Please read this book. This is very cheap book. Like for example, only 150 rupees, I guess. Not cheap by the quality, by the way. Cheap by the price only. Can you give me your Insta account? Just go and search manga.tetsu. You will be finding the same name like YouTube. Bro, spirituality और philosophy में डिफरेंस बहुत ही ग्रेट है. लाइक फॉर एग्जांपल मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम फिलोसोफर्स जो वेस्टर्न फिलोसोफर्स थे ना, वो ज़्यादा स्पिरिचुअलिटी को सपोर्ट नहीं करते थे. बहुत फ्यू फिलोसोफर्स ही थे जो स्पिरिचुअलिटी को एक्सेप्ट किए थे. लाइक फ्रेडरिक नीत्शे, वो बहुत ही स्पिरिचुअलिटी को एक्सेप्ट किए थे. एंड स्पिरिचुअलिटी डजंट नेसेसरीली मीन की रिलीजियस स्पिरिचुअलिटी, नॉट लाइक दैट. स्पिरिचुअलिटी इज बेसिकली अंडरस्टैंडिंग योर सेल्फ बेटर. एंड फिलोसॉफी में और भी बहुत सारे एलिमेंट्स है, लाइक डिबेट्स, कॉन्ट्राडिक्शन, dichotomies, all these kind of elements. So philosophy, you can say spirituality is a small domain, small subset of philosophy. Okay, spirituality भी like philosophy के अंदर ही आता है, और भी बाकी चीज़ों के अंदर भी आता है, like religion के अंदर भी आता है, थोड़ा science के अंदर भी आता है. तो spirituality can be said a shared subset of every kind of domains existing in this whole philosophy, science and religion trio. Okay. Hello brother, hello Dark Knight. Have you watched Summertime Rendering? Yeah, one of the most underrated animes. My review is on Instagram on Summertime Rendering. Please watch it. Please, any one of you, if you like Steins Gate like animes which have crazy time travel things, please I recommend you Summertime Rendering. It is one of the most beautiful animes. Stunning story, and it was completely flawless in my opinion. দাদা তুমি কি বাঙালি, তাহলে থিয়েটার নিয়ে তোমার কি ধারণা? থিয়েটার আর ফাউন্ডেশন অফ মুভিজ ব্রো, ডিস্ট্রয় করে দিয়েছে আমাদের কালচারকে. ডিস্ট্রয় হয়ে গেছে. বেঙ্গলি কালচার ইজ ফিনিশড. কথা বলতেও মানে ভয় লাগে এখন, তো জানিসই, বুঝতেই পারছিস. হ্যাভ ইউ সিন রিলাইফ? নো भाई, आप इतना कंटेंट कैसे देख लेते हो? बुक्स, मूवीज, एनिमे, मांगा. मोस्टली मूवीज राइट नाउ आई डोंट वॉच. मैं उतना मूवीज़ देखने का टाइम नहीं मिलता अभी, बहुत कम ही मिलता है. बस पे ट्रैवल करता हूँ कभी कभी और तो हो जाता है, देख लेता हूँ बस पे या घर आके. ठीक है, कट करके. ठीक है, एनिमे मांगास तो स्टॉप ही हो चुका है ऑलमोस्ट. लाइक एनिमे मैंने लास्ट एनिमे देखा था 6 मंथ्स एगो. ओके, मांगास पढ़ता हूँ कभी कभार. लाइक पहले लास्ट ईयर आई यूज टू रीड लाइक ऑलमोस्ट almost around 100 pages of mangas every day. Okay, right now एक मांगा एक महीने में ऐसा, ठीक है. सो अभी तो ज़्यादा फोकस करता हूँ फिलोसॉफी के बुक्स के ऊपर, ट्रेडिशनल फिलोसॉफी बुक्स के ऊपर. लिटरेचर पे फिर से इंटरेस्ट आया, लाइक आफ्टर 18 19, like I used to get excited about literature back in when I was 18 or 19 years old. Right now, after 7 8 years of that age, I get excited on philosophy and literature once again. So I am dedicating my time to this. By the way, don't get offended, तन्मय जैन. क्या हुआ, क्या हुआ, क्वेश्चन क्या है? ऑफेंड होने का कुछ बात नहीं है भाई. पर्सनल कुछ बात मत करो, ऑफेंड नहीं होगा. Tetsu, your thoughts on Vinland Saga. Your thoughts on No Longer Human by Osamu Dazai. Okay, DJ Bravo. भाई फैंटास्टिक बुक, प्लीज प्लीज ट्राई इट. बट लाइफ के कोई ऐसे फेज पे ट्राई मत करो जहाँ पर खुद एक एग्जिस्टेंशियल क्राइसिस पे जा रहे हो, ठीक है. इट कैन बी बैक फायरिंग. ओके, घड़ा वाला. ब्रो, व्हाट्स योर थॉट ऑन पिम्पा बटरफ्लाई? Pimpa butterfly. What was that? Let me check once. Pimpa butterfly. Oh, okay. The movie by Stanley Kubrick. No. Okay, the studio album by Kendrick Lamar. No, bro, I have not listened to this one of Kendrick Lamar. No, 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 no. I have listened to only one song of it, I guess. That came randomly on my shuffle of Spotify. That is, I guess, You. But other than that, I have not listened to any of the music of this particular album. This is one of the oldest albums of Kendrick Lamar, if I am right. Yeah, 2014. That's why. Okay. Actually, I am not a very old fan of Kendrick Lamar. Back in 2014, I used to listen to J. Cole, Eminem, all them. Okay, Kendrick Lamar, I started listening to Kendrick Lamar in 2021, 1 or 2. Okay, so you can consider me a new fan of Kendrick Lamar. I became a fan of Kendrick Lamar much later. भाई आप इतना सब कुछ कैसे जानते हो? Just interest, pure interest into multiple things. विनलैंड सागा से रिलेटेड कुछ बुक्स का सजेशन मिल सकता है टेत्सु भाई? विनलैंड सागा से रिलेटेड क्या? मांगास तो बहुत सारे हैं, लाइक वैगाबॉन्ड है, नाओकी उरासावा के मांगास पढ़ लो, ताकेको यूनो के बहुत सारे मांगास है, रियल पढ़ सकते हो, आसितानो जो, हाजिमे नो इप्पो, ऐसे मांगास अच्छे हैं, लाइक मांगा एनिमेज. और विनलैंड सागा जैसे हिस्टोरिकल अगर पढ़ना है तो पढ़ो ब्लेड ऑफ द इमोर्टल, लोन वुल्फ एंड द कर्ब. ओके, these are some fewest good mangas. Bro, have you read Reflections by Swami Vivekananda? If you have, please tell how it is. Let me show you one thing. I have the book. Okay, it is one of the best books, bro. Like वेदांता में स्वामी विवेकानंद का जितना ज़्यादा कंट्रीब्यूशन है ना, वो इस बुक में है. ओके, बट आई हैव अ कंप्लेन अबाउट दिस बुक. This book can be called an accumulation of this particularly reflection, prachya and paschatya, because I am a Bengali, so I understand, and yoga as well. Yoga के कुछ content ना reflections पे भी है, so it kind of like merges. Like for example, bhakti yoga, I guess. Let me check once. Yes, the concept of bhakti yoga, ठीक है, वो चीज़ यहाँ पर भी है, योगा पे भी है. So some contents are similar, but mostly the context of, like for example Christ के ऊपर, जीसस क्राइस्ट के ऊपर स्वामी विवेकानंद का कोई आइडिया जो है बहुत सही है. Like for you can try Reflections. Reflections is a very good book, and in my opinion the best book of Swami Vivekananda. Okay. Bro, have you listened to Tame Impala? What are you saying? Who didn't? Do looks matter? No, never. Have you watched the Fable anime? I started watching, but I dropped. I listened that Fable anime is quite good. I read the manga actually. I am a fan of Fable manga more than anime. And Fable manga is quite good for delinquent type of those gory scenes, and the panels were phenomenal. So you can try Fable. Fable anime. No, Fable anime नहीं देखा भाई. नहीं देखा. Please suggest me a course with most scope for undergraduate. Most scope for an undergraduate. I can recommend one course to every one of you. That is prompt engineering course. If you are pursuing engineering degree, na, you can learn prompt engineering a lot. In future, in upcoming 10 years, na, prompt engineering will be a big thing. So I can recommend that thing. Dada, how can we revive our Bengali culture? कुछ बोलूंगा तो विवाद हो जाएगा. सिंपल. डीएम पे आना, फिर बात करेंगे. योर ओपिनियन ऑन वंडर एक प्रायोरिटी. Another very good anime on like depression and depression particularly. Welcome to NHK जैसा ही है, थोड़ा यूनिक है, बहुत यूनिक है. वंडर एक प्रायोरिटी से एक्चुअली बेटर एक एनिमे है जो अभी आ चुका है. वो है बाय वन ऑफ माय फेवरेट मांगाकास. हिज नेम इज इनियो आसानो. ओके, इनियो आसानो's like what was the anime name? My day-to-day destruction, something the name was. I forgot the name actually. D destruction, somehow it was. And that anime is better than Wonder Egg Priority in my opinion. So you can check that anime too, or the mangas. Usogui কেমন দাদা? Fantastic. You can try Usogui. Phenomenal. Too borrow, but very good. সত্যজিৎ দাদা, এখনকার ওয়েস্ট বেঙ্গল বোর্ডের এডুকেশন সিস্টেম নিয়ে তোমার কি থট? রিগ্রেসিভ. It is not that contributing to the overall knowledge spectrum, just making the syllabus tougher and tougher for maintaining the standards, nothing more. The standards went to wane since 2018, and I will agree, I will stick to my point. So simply board education doesn't make any sense right now. Same goes for any board, like CBSE, ICSE are not doing quite well as well. In comparison to foreign education levels, these are still almost like 5-6 years back. Okay, simple bhai. Dada, what about Steins Gate? Fantastic anime. Fantastic anime. ब्रो कोडिंग स्टार्ट कर रहा हूँ, एआई में करना है, पाइथन या सी से स्टार्ट करो. पाइथन से स्टार्ट करो अगर सी का नॉलेज है तो. अगर सी का नॉलेज नहीं है तो सी पहले सीखो, फिर जाके कोडिंग पे जाओ, पाइथन पे. Have you watched Master Kitten by Naoki Urasawa? Yes, I have watched, but I will not recommend the anime. I will recommend you the manga more, because the anime quality, you might, first of all, you might not find Master Kitten source. Okay, right now I believe all the digital copies are unavailable of Master Kitten. On Telegram too, I barely found the episodes. It was my pure luck back in 2022. Right now those are unavailable, so I downloaded them luckily. And Master Kitten, you can read the manga. Manga is actually better than the anime, but anime was quite okay. Have you watched 86? Whoa! Yes, whoever was asking me about the light novel, na, actually one of my brothers recommended me to read the 86 light novel, and I forgot it completely. Okay, 86 anime is phenomenal. One of the best mecha animes. I was a big fan of mecha, by the way. You can see my anime list, na. Neon Genesis Evangelion. Then coming to 86, Code Geass. All are mostly mecha animes. Then Cross NJ. Then Gurren Lagann. I am a big fan of mecha genre. Your favorite director? Satyajit Ray. Have you watched 86? Okay, bro, Telegram channel bana lo. I tried, bro. Then I thought ki I cannot maintain it, so I discontinued. Monogatari. Have you watched 86 anime? Yes, I have watched 86 anime only. Okay. Was Osamu Dazai a coward? And he Actually, Osamu Dazai's personal life was controversial, so I cannot properly spell the things you have told here because the like live stream might get um taken down by YouTube. But we can discuss about it on Instagram. So yeah, favorite author. There are not much favorite author I can say. Foreign author may say I can take name of Dostoevsky, then Franz Kafka, Anton Chekhov, uh, William Shakespeare, uh, then Arthur Rimbaud. Arthur Rimbaud is a poet, although not an author. But yeah, and also I like yeah, what was his name? Arthur Conan Doyle. Yes. Um, then in Bengali literature, definitely Sarat Chandra, Rabindranath, Vibhuti Bhushan, Tara Shankar, all them, all of them. Most of the Bengali writers, they I deeply fuck with them. What's POV on Oso? Good thinker. I have told this multiple times, bro. Good thinker, not a philosopher. Good thinker. I can only say good thinker. Good for basics, good for spiritual understanding, but not good for philosophy. Goofy front is easier than back end. Goofy front means front end, right? Not always, front end actually is easier than back end, but I was an ex like full stack developer, so I can say the key back end is back end takes less time, but front end takes a lot of patience. So it tests your patience a lot. So front end, yeah, front end is easier, but it takes a lot of time to understand and properly hit the APIs. So front end, no. Front end is easy, but takes a lot of time. It plays with your patience. Okay. Have you watched Monster? Yeah, definitely one of my most favorite animes. Where are you from, man? I am from India, West Bengal, Kolkata. Okay. দাদা বেঙ্গলি ফিলোসফি নিয়ে আরো কন্টেন্ট বানাবে তো ইয়েস 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 আই উইল বি ডেফিনেটলি মেকিং মোর কন্টেন্ট অন বেঙ্গলি ফিলোসফি অ্যান্ড বেঙ্গলি লিটারেচার ওকে আর ইউ আ প্লাটোনিস্ট অর অ্যারিস্টটলিয়ান I reject both. I support more Diogenes and Epicurean philosophy. Plato and Aristotle both were brain rot, big brain rot of Western philosophy. Look at the other Western philosophers who came after them. Na, all of them criticize Plato and Aristotle. Plato and Aristotle are good for basics. I have a lot of respect for them, whatever they did before Christ. But after Christ, due to them, a lot of complexity was brought into Western philosophy. Okay, look at the comparison to Eastern philosophy. Na, Eastern philosophy was much easier because of Plato and Aristotle. Western philosophy became a brain rot, pure brain rot, bro. That rationalization and the things Plato said. Na, Plato said multiple controversial things. I have both books, like by Aristotle and Plato. I have both books, like Republic by Plato and Politics by Aristotle. But I can say Aristotle is a bit better than Plato, obviously. But Plato, in my opinion, was the most controversial philosopher from Greece. Okay. কবে মিট আপ করবে বলো দাদা ইনস্টাতে আয় তাহলে আমি বলতে পারবো আমার সাথে অনেক বেঙ্গলি মাল্টিপল বেঙ্গলি সাবস্ক্রাইবার্স হ্যাভ মেট আপ উইথ মি সো ইউ ক্যান কাম টু মাই ইনস্টাগ্রাম আই ক্যান টক টু ইউ হোয়াটস ইউর প্রেডিকশন অন টাইপ অফ ডিস্টোপিয়া 300 years later Huxleyan philosophy, mostly like dystopia. I cannot predict properly, but mixture of Orwellian and Huxleyan. Both will be there. Hedonistic traits and authoritarian traits both will be there. Bhai. Like I can see the future right now. Na, dekho na kya ho raha bahar. Like Western countries have both traits. People are becoming hedonistic, and the government is becoming more authoritarian over the time. That's it. Tetsu, what's your thought on the anime Musisi? Oh my god. Musisi, I use lot of content on Musisi, na. I use lot of clips of Musisi. Fantastic anime, fantastic manga. Like, it is life-changing, soothing anime. Like, after watching multiple animes like Blue Lock or action animes like One Punch Man, If you feel saturated, go for Musisi. Musisi calms your mind a lot. Okay. Favorite genre, slice of life. Definitely slice of life. I slice of life and historical. Okay. Opinion on Eminence in Shadow. I started Eminence in Shadow, but I discontinued, so I cannot pass any judgment right now. Going in Kolkata after 12. Acha, hope to meet you one day. Definitely, bro. DM me on Instagram, definitely, because I may not be available after 14th of April. Okay. Favorite Ray movie and why? Favorite Ray movie is Opur Sangsar because it shows the absurdist elements of life properly. The way Opu is shown as a old grown up man and still suffering from existential crisis and trying to cope to it, it feels too relatable and too personal as well. So Opur Sangsar, any day, my favorite movie of uh, Satyajit Ray, and maybe probably top three movies of all time as well. Like Opur Sangsar is top one all time movie in my opinion. I learned a lot from it. So personal impact. It left a deep scratch into me. Bro, not manga. I wanna read some books which have same ideology as Vinland Saga. Same ideology as Vinland Saga, like the pacifist. Bro, you can read Martin Luther King Jr.'s books, okay? And you can go for Gandhivadi books too. But I will not recommend. Actually, the main problem now, Vinland Saga is such a manga. It works in mangas only. In reality, if you start reading those books now, you will be such a Disneyland kind of personality who will think ki, हाँ, forgiveness is the best virtue. I will forgive everyone. Forgiveness doesn't work like that. Vinland Saga's forgiveness works because it shows you like a main character. And if you go in reality now, it is much different. It is much different, bro. Have you watched Clannad? Yes, I have watched Clannad anime. Bro, most of the animes I have watched. ब्रो एआई में स्टिल कंफ्यूज्ड हूँ, कुछ नहीं आता है पाइथन या सी, सॉरी मैं बार बार पूछ रहा हूँ ऑफ टॉपिक। अरे पहले ही एआई पे मत जा भाई, पहले सी पहले अच्छे से सीख ले, कोई एक लैंग्वेज को मास्टर कर, फिर जाके एआई के बारे में सोच। एआई तो एक वर्किंग डोमेन है ना जिस पे वर्क करेगा, उसके लिए उसके जो कंपोनेंट्स है उसको तो अच्छे से सीखना पड़ेगा ना, जैसे सी लैंग्वेज, पाइथन, मैथमेटिक्स, स्टैटिस्टिक्स, दिस थिंग्स। ओके, सो पहले ही एआई को लेके इतना पैशनेट मत हो, उसके जो कंपोनेंट्स है एक साल अपना दे उनको सीखने के लिए, फिर जाके एआई पे काम करो, सबसे बढ़िया होगा ये। ओके, हैव यू सीन फ्राइडन? यस yes, I have seen Friday, and I am a big fan of Friday. Like, not as big as giving it a 9.9 out of 10 anime, but definitely it is a 8.5 out of 10 anime for me. One of the best animes. Like, the concept is very unique of Friday. I would recommend you to read Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint. Okay, Stioli, have you watched Planet Anime? Yes, bro, I have watched. Tetsu, have you read Lord of the Mysteries light novel? No, bro, I have read only one light novel. I told you, no? And also I have read Parasite the Maxim's light novel. There is a light novel of Parasite the Maxim. I read it back in 2019, I guess. Okay? Bro, AI में still confused हूँ. मैंने already बोल दिया भाई. Already बोल दिया. Don't spam, please. I have told you. Recently started monster anime, got interested into psychology and ideologies. Get interested more in psychology, not in ideologies. Okay, as a beginner, suggest me a good book on these stuffs which would given me a better understanding of this on this topic. Okay, so if you are interested into human psychology, I can recommend you this book, Psychology of Everyday Life by Sigmund Freud, one of the best books. And this book is enough for like monster fans. And if it is not enough, then I can recommend you 1984 by George Orwell, because Naoki Urasawa, the writer of Monster, is a lot inspired from George Orwell. The writing patterns are almost similar. Like for example, if you read or watch the Pluto anime by Naoki Urasawa, then you will find that Pluto is almost similar story as 1984. That's it. দাদা সত্যজিৎ রায়ের কন্টেন্ট নিয়ে কি ধারণা? ফেনোমেনাল, ফেনোমেনাল, आई कैन नॉट से मोर देन दैट. चैनल नेम भाई 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 ब्रो, एआई में स्टिल कॉन्फ्यूज्ड हूँ. मैंने बोल दिया ब्रो. What is your opinion on Sadhguru? Sadhguru was good, you know. Sadhguru feels like a bit wannabe right now. Like since past 4 years after lockdown, I don't know what happened to Sadhguru. He feels more like a wannabe preacher. Okay. Before that, he was good, quite good. I never listened to him properly, like consistently. कभी कभार क्या होता था, सदगुरु के रील्स आ जाते थे या इंटरव्यू में कभी कभी देख लेता था. लाइक फॉर एग्जांपल फेसबुक पे आ गया स्क्रॉल करते करते ऐसा. ओके, सो तब मैं सदगुरु को लिसन करता था. लेकिन सदगुरु को एक डिबेट पे हराना बहुत इजी है, बिकॉज सदगुरु हैज़ अ लॉट ऑफ कॉन्टाजेंसी एरर व्हेनेवर ही इज टॉकिंग और स्पीकिंग. सेल्फ कॉन्ट्राडिक्टरी हो जाता है कभी कभी. तो दैट्स इट. सदगुरु इस मैं किसी को पर्सनली जज नहीं करता, उसके बातों के हिसाब से जज करता हूँ. The quality of talk he brings is good, but he cannot prove them himself. Okay, that is the problem of Sadhguru. Naruto, I was a big fan of Naruto, bhai. I was a big fan. Bro, AI में still confused हूँ. Bro, I have told you कि if you are confused in AI, then master one technology first. Okay. Have you read Sukumar Ray? What are you saying, bro? My mom is big fan of Sukumar Ray, okay, and Abul Tabul and Hesoram Husiared Daidi, one of the biggest brain rots of Bengali literature. Okay, brain rot was not brain rot back then. What Sukumar Ray did, okay, phenomenal guy, phenomenal, like visionary person. You think ना सुकुमार रे 1820s में एलियन के ऊपर स्टोरीज लिखते थे. It was absolutely mind-boggling. Have you watched Scum Sweets? Yes, I have watched Scum Sweets as well. I have read the manga. Actually, that is a very good manga. Like, for example, there are multiple 18 plus things, but if you go to the psychological levels, the anime is phenomenal. The Scum Sweets. Okay. But yes, animation quality could have been better, in my opinion. POV on IIT Baba. Should not speak. बोलना बंद कर दो. सिंपल भाई. धर्म, अगर धर्म को तुम रेस्पेक्ट करते हो, धर्म के पाथ पे गए हो, तो ये सब करना बंद करो. सिंपल. ये इतने इंटरव्यूज दोगे तो लोग उसमें फेलेसीज ढूंढेंगे और तुम भी ज़्यादा फेलेसी में पड़ जाओगे. IIT बाबा एक अच्छा, मतलब जो भी है, he is a good guy. Seemingly he is a good guy. From his personal experiences, what he shared, he seems to be a good guy, not a harming guy. At least वो धर्म को प्रीच नहीं करता. तो not being a preacher, then he should be away from the news reporters, in my opinion. Reporters से दूर रहो, अपने लाइफ को फोकस करो, अपने धर्म में प्रैक्टिस करो, जो भी करना है, लेकिन ये सब मत करो भाई. सिंपल, ये सब मत करो. इंटरव्यूज देना बंद कर दो, नहीं तो कंट्रोवर्सीज होगा. तुम सोशल मीडिया पर्सनैलिटी बन जाओगे, बाबा फावा बन जाओगे. वैसे भी लोगों ने IIT बाबा बोलना स्टार्ट कर दिया. हो तो तुम सिंपल सा एक सन्यासी ना, तुमको सन्यासी ही बनना है. यू हैव टू बी सिंपल. एंड आई एम नॉट सेइंग सिंपल एज अ derogatory term. I have the utmost respect for those people who are simple in their life. That's it. POV on Jordan Peterson. I have not watched Jordan Peterson's quality content a lot, but he being a psychologist, he makes a lot of sense sometimes, and sometimes he makes absolutely no sense. Okay, so yeah, that's it. Laptop for coding under 35,000. एक सेकंड दिखा देता हूँ. एक मैंने कुछ दिन पहले मेरे एक स्टूडेंट को ही मैंने रिकमेंड किया था. वो है, थोड़ा बजट बढ़ा सकता है तो 40 के अंदर एक अच्छा लैपटॉप है. आसूस का एक लैपटॉप है, हाँ, वो है वीवो बुक का, दैट इज यस दिस वन, Asus VivoBook 15. Okay, no, not 15. This is 2022 variant. The latest variant is yes, Go 14. You can use this one. Ryzen 3, 8 GB RAM, 520 GB SSD. Okay, you can check this one. Okay, Asus VivoBook Go 14. Okay, मैं लिख देता हूँ. Okay. What are your thoughts on Master Kitten? Master Kitten, bro, it is very good historical anime. It is a very good historical the people who are more interested into archaeology, all the things related to human history, uh, the hidden things of Alexandria, Morocco, or European history, I definitely recommend them Master Kitten. Okay. Efficiency comes with simplicity. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely, brother. The more you become simple, na, it reduces almost all problems of your life. I'm studying existentialism right now. Am I on right or wrong track? Right track. Existentialism absolutely makes no harm. Tetsu, should I take BCA after 12 and make philosophy as a hobby? क्यों BCA क्यों लेना? मतलब नॉन साइंस बैकग्राउंड से हो तो BCA लोगे, ले सकते हो, लेकिन मैथ्स होगा भाई, मैथ्स तो होगा. अगर मैथ्स पसंद नहीं है तो मत लो, ठीक है. पहले 1-2 साल मैथ्स होगा, ओके. लेकिन हाँ, आज के टाइम पे BCA भी एक अच्छा ऑप्शन है करियर के लिए. मैं एब्सोल्युटली नहीं बोलूँगा कि BCA इज वेस्टेड डिग्री. इट इज़ अप टू यू हाउ यू कैन यूटिलाइज योर डिग्री. Degree doesn't matter until you have the skills. Okay, डिग्री मैटर करता है, लाइक कंपनी में घुसने के लिए, सीवी को हाई करने के लिए, ये सारे चीज़ों में लगता है. लेकिन इफ़ यू हैव स्किल्स ना, बीसीए में प्रेशर बीटेक से कम होता है ऑब्वियसली. लेकिन या दैट्स द थिंग, इट्स अप टू यू. व्हाट इज योर टॉप 5 रोमांस एनिमे? ओरेगाइरू, हाइकू, क्लैनेट को नहीं बोल सकता. ओरेगाइरू, हाइकू, निसेकोई, अरे कुछ दिन पहले उसका एनिमे आया, क्या नाम था? अबे आओ हारू राइड बोल के एक एनिमे है. आई गेस आई कैन नॉट रिकॉल द प्रॉपर नेम. आओ हिरू राइड आई गेस. एंड ऑल्सो वन एनिमे फ्लावर ब्लॉसम बोल के. मार्च कम्स इन लाइक अ लायन. ओके. And if you consider A Silent Voice as a romantic anime too, then A Silent Voice. Silent Voice should be number 1 then. Okay, but I consider Silent Voice as more slice of life. So yeah, I am removing that one. Definitely Oregairu is number 1. Yes. Yes. Bro, what's your thoughts on PJ Explained? PJ ना बंदा, like तुम लोग ना कभी जाके PJ के पेज पे उससे ना विनलैंड सागा सीजन 2 में कितने क्यों उसने रिव्यू नहीं बनाया वो एक बार पूछना. विनलैंड सागा सीजन 2 के ऊपर उसको मैंने टैग कर करके ना मेरा दिमाग खराब हो गया था बैक इन 2023 कि एक रिव्यू बना दे. वो सीन करता था बंदा, क्योंकि मैं मेरे इंस्टाग्राम पे तब भी बहुत सारे फॉलोअर्स थे, लेकिन तब भी वो कंटेंट नहीं बनाता था. सो आई बिलीव कि पीजे शुड मेक मोर क्रिएटिव कंटेंट रादर देन कंटेम्पोररी कंटेंट. कि हाँ, लोग जो बना रहे हैं वो भी मैं बना रहा हूँ. मॉडर्न एनिमेस के ऊपर कंटेंट बनाए या पुराने 90s के एनिमेस के ऊपर कंटेंट बनाए. लाइक पीछे के क्रिएटिव वीडियोस बहुत ज़्यादा बढ़िया होते हैं रादर देन वो जो ट्रेडिशनल सब लोग करते हैं वो भी वो करता है वो उसके मुताबिक. ठीक है, पीछे इज़ अ गुड गाय. बाय द वे, ही इज़ अ गुड गाय. ही इज़ अ सेल्फ मेड गुड गाय. उसके ओपिनियंस से मैं ऑलमोस्ट लाइक एग्री करता हूँ पॉप कल्चर में. ऑलवेज नहीं, ऑलमोस्ट करता हूँ कभी कभार. ओके. POV on Fight Club, best minimalistic movie. Your opinion on consequences or intention? Oh, okay. You are talking about that one, na? Immanuel Kant versus Jeremy Bentham. I believe more on consequences. लाइक कॉन्सिक्वेंसेस ज़्यादा मैटर करता है इंटेंशन से, इन माई ओपिनियन. POV on Bengali philosophy. Bengali philosophy, like one of the best philosophies of India. Okay, क्योंकि बंगाल में जो ब्रिटिशर्स ने किए थे ना, the Britishers did dirty on our lands, specifically on Punjab and Bengal. So people reflected very violently. Okay, so Bengali philosophy is filled with blood, existentialism, absurd elements. Okay, तुम जाके शरद चंद्र का कोई भी बुक पढ़ लो, माहेश माहेश बोल के एक बुक है, माहेश पढ़ो, ठीक है. वहाँ पर तुमको पता चलेगा कि द साइड इफेक्ट्स ऑफ सोसाइटी में क्या होता है एक्चुअली. एंड बैक इन दोज डेज इंडिया वाज सफरिंग फ्रॉम पोवर्टी. जब पोवर्टी आता है ना, जब पेट में खाना नहीं निकलता, तभी जाके लाइफ में सबसे ज़्यादा अच्छा फिलोसॉफिकल नोशंस मिलता है. हाँ, आई माइट साउंड ब्रूटल, बट दिस इज़ द ट्रूथ ऑफ लाइफ. ठीक है, दिस इज़ द ट्रूथ ऑफ लाइफ. कोई मोटिवेशनल एनिमे रिकमेंड करो. मोटिवेशन के लिए एनिमे मत देखो. मैं तो रिकमेंड नहीं करूँगा फिर. लेकिन हाँ, अगर अच्छा एनिमे देखना है तो हजमे नो इप्पो, यू कैन गो फॉर इट. गुड एनिमे. फिलोसॉफिकल बुक्स फॉर बिगिनर्स, एनी ग्रीक फिलोसॉफी बुक्स. I can recommend you this book, The Story of Philosophy by Will Durant, one of the best books for fundamentals of philosophy. इसमें मैक्सिमम फिलोसोफर्स के फंडामेंटल स्टोरीज लिखे हुए हैं. एरिस्टोटल, प्लेटो, जेम्स, अपने होब्स, ठीक है, फिर हेगेल, नीत्शा, इनके बारे में बेसिक इन्फॉर्मेशन से, उतना डीप नहीं है, बेसिक इन्फॉर्मेशन. यू कैन स्टार्ट विद दिस बुक. ओके, द स्टोरी ऑफ फिलोसॉफी बाय विल डुरांट. What are your opinions on ethics and ethical system? Ethics have better understanding for human existence than morality. Morality makes no sense. Ethics make a lot of sense. Okay, so be ethical, definitely. Be ethical. Be honest. Honesty is a big part of ethics. So yeah, definitely. I have found Acer Aspire Lite under 35,000. Yeah, Acer is also good. I recently bought one monitor for of Acer. Okay, so Acer is phenomenal. Like Acer's monitor quality, bro. The monitor is so good, na. Under budget, under 10,000, it was great. Have you watched Makuya, the Promised Flowered Bloom movie? No. So should I buy a good phone or iPad 11 generation? iPad 11 जनरेशन. iPad ले लो, पढ़ाई में भी काम आएगा एंड एवरीथिंग पे. फोन कभी भी ज़्यादा महंगा मत खरीदना. एक एडवाइस एज अ 25-year-old guy, I will be advising you, don't ever buy phones too costly. All those people who buy iPhone ना, that is completely for luxury. iPhone, देखो भाई, मैं एक बात मानता हूँ, बंगाली में एक बात है, ये बोल के ही मैं लाइव स्ट्रीम खत्म करूँगा. So there is a quote in Bengali, okay, that is called জীবনে ভাত ডাল and বিরিয়ানির ডিফারেন্সটা বুঝতে শেখো. প্রথমটা নেসেসিটি, পরেরটা লাক্সারি. ठीक है, सो इसका मतलब है कि लाइफ में राइस और दाल का और उसके साथ बिरयानी का, एक लक्सरी आइटम का डिफरेंस समझो. पहला वाला नेसेसिटी है ना, सेकेंड वाला लक्सरी है. लोग ना आज के टाइम पे बहुत बढ़िया फ़ोन खरीद सकते हैं. मैं नहीं खरीद सकता, मैं भी खरीद सकता हूँ. मैं तो चाहूँ तो मैं आज ही आईफोन खरीद सकता हूँ. क्यों नहीं खरीदा? बिकॉज दैट इज़ नॉट माई यूटिलिटी. आई बॉट 1 lakh rupees PC because that is my work. I do Python development, I can do web development, I can get more from this. 1 लाख यहाँ पर इन्वेस्ट करूँगा तो कल जाके मैं 2 लाख ला सकता हूँ. बट अगर मैं एक फ़ोन खरीदने के एक दिन बाद उसका प्राइस हाफ हो जाएगा. इट विल बी हाफ. एंड यूटिलिटी क्या होगा? इंस्टा ही तो स्क्रॉल करोगे, यूट्यूब ही करोगे. फोन पे बात करना वो कोई भी फोन पे हो जाता है. बेसिक वर्क के लिए एक 20,000 अंडर 20,000 रुपीज, विच इज हाउ मच, आई गेस कितना डॉलर हो रहा? एक सेकेंड, मैं डॉलर में कन्वर्ट कर देता हूँ सो दैट माई अदर इंटरनेशनल ऑडियंस कैन अंडरस्टैंड टू. Like buy under, wow, 100, yeah, invest around $300. Yes, within $300 you can have a very good phone. So why you have to invest your so much money for one iPhone? लाइक आईफोन कल्चर ना मुझे दिमाग में नहीं समझ में आता कि लोग इतना पैसा देके खरीदते हैं, फिर जाके तो भाई काम तो करते हो, वही इंस्टा पे ही तुम स्क्रॉल करते रहते हो। तुम तो इंस्टा यूट्यूब पे ब्लॉगर भी नहीं हो कि हाँ भाई ब्लॉग करके ऐसे ऐसे कैमरा पकड़ के कुछ भी मैं इनकम थोड़ा करता हूँ। लोग ना दिमाग, मैं एक बात बोल रहा, लोग ना दिमाग में भाई गलत चीजें और गलत चीजों में दिमाग रखते हैं, सिंपल सी बात है। इसीलिए ना हेडोनिस्टिक बन चुके हैं। Today's generation is purely hedonistic and materialistic. They chase the tags. ओ भाई अरे बाप रे, इंप्रेशन झाड़ना। बात कर रहा आईफोन दिख रहा, आईफोन का लोगो, अरे लड़की तो पट गई, अरे लड़का मेरे तरफ देख रहा। ऐसे ऐसे आइडियोलॉजीज भाई, फ्लॉड आइडियोलॉजीज, गेट आउट ऑफ इट। ये बे यूटिलिटी बेस्ड, कौन सा तुम्हारे लिए सबसे ज्यादा काम आता है? ओके, आई विल बी एडवाइजिंग ऑल ऑफ यू to go for whatever is the best for your utility. What is necessary like right now? Necessity, लाइफ में नेसेसिटी और लक्सरी का जो डिफरेंस है ना, वो अगर प्रॉपरली बना लोगे ना, तब जाके लाइफ में बहुत सारी चीज सॉर्टेड हो जाएगा। मम्मी पापा के ऊपर अननेसेसरी प्रेशर मत दोगे। ओके, दैट्स द ओनली एडवाइस आई कैन गिव यू। सो गो फॉर आईपैड, डेफिनेटली आई विल बी एडवाइजिंग आईपैड। रिसेंटली मैंने ये, मैं एक बात बोल रहा, रिसेंटली आई बॉट अ टैब। ओके, this one is also good, within 20,000. Okay, 24,000 this one I got. You can get the 20,000 variant as well. Okay, इसका एक 20,000 वेरिएंट भी है। लेनोवो का लैब है ना, टैब है, सॉरी लैब बोल रहा क्या, लेनोवो का टैब है। ओके, सो कुडंट आई बाय सैमसंग टैब? सैमसंग का भी 40,000 का टैब था और मेरे पास था भी, पैसा भी था, मैं बाय कर ही सकता था। मेरे पापा तो बोल भी रहे थे कि तू सैमसंग का ही नहीं, लेकिन मैंने नहीं लिया। वाई? बिकॉज आई एम मोर इनटू यूटिलिटी बेस्ड। क्लास लेना है स्टूडेंट्स का, या कुछ समझाना है, यूट्यूब का कंटेंट बनाना है, एडिट करना है, सब कुछ इस पे होता है, बहुत बढ़िया तरीके से होता है भाई। तो मैं क्यों एक्स्ट्रा 20,000 दूँ? ये क्वेश्चन, ब्रिंग दिस क्वेश्चन इनटू योर माइंड। यू हैव टू ऑलवेज आस्क योरसेल्फ। लोग ना आज के टाइम पे 10,000 कमाते हैं, 5,000 उड़ा देते हैं किसी के पीछे। ब्रेन नाम के कोई चीज होता है भाई, उसको यूटिलाइज करो। हम लोग भाई, तो इंसान और बंदर में डिफरेंस क्या हुआ ना? ओके, व्हाट इज योर टॉप 5 अंडररेटेड एनिमे? अंडररेटेड वो एक तो होगा समर टाइम रेंडरिंग, सेकेंड होगा अंडररेटेड के अंदर, एक एक जॉनरा पकड़ के मैं बोल रहा, ठीक है। अंडररेटेड के ऊपर समर टाइम रेंडरिंग हो गया, टाइम ट्रेवल के ऊपर। हिस्टोरिकल के अंदर, हिस्टोरिकल के अंदर एक सेकेंड सोचने दे, हिस्टोरिकल के अंदर मुसीसी। ओके, एक्शन के अंदर एक्शन, एक्शन अंडररेटेड एक्शन, अंडररेटेड एक्शन, एक सेकंड सोचने दे। एक्शन एनिमेस में उतना देखता नहीं, दिमाग में नहीं आ रहा है इसीलिए। एक्शन 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 और एक्शन, एक सेकंड के लिए एक्शन छोड़। ओके, तू आजा रोमांस पे। रोमांस पे अंडररेटेड है निसेकोई। ओके, निसेकोई इज वेरी अंडररेटेड। एंड इस पे सोच, एक्शन पे, एक्शन पे जेटमैन में बोलने वाला था, बट जेटमैन का एनिमे उतना बढ़िया नहीं है। गांस का भी एनिमे उतना बढ़िया नहीं है। गांस का एक मूवी है, गांस मूवी इज वेरी गुड। ओके, यू कैन, आई हाईली रिकमेंड दैट मूवी। ओके, एंड ऑल्सो यस, साईफाई के अंदर ब्लेम का एक एनिमे नेटफ्लिक्स ने बनाया था, वो मुझे सही लगा था। और यू कैन ट्राई नाइट्स ऑफ सिडोनिया इन एक्शन मेका। ओके, दीज आर सम अंडररेटेड एनिमेस। Okay, so good night for now. It's been a long live stream for 2 hours. I have been talking to all of you. So thank you so much for this opportunity to talk to all of you. It was a great experience. It was a great, really speaking, this was one of the best live streams I have ever done. So thank you for uplifting the quality of content and the quality of time I have spent for past 2 hours. And it's fine, we will be coming back online whenever we want. and I will be trying to post one long format video that is on philosophy, how to start with philosophy. I am working on that. That video is actually like done recording. I am adding some elements like, for example, clips and here and there images. Okay, so that's why the editing process is being done. Thank you so much to all of you for this 100k special live stream, and also crossing the milestone of 100k. The future of this channel is up to all of you, how much support you can show me, okay, and how much I can deliver up to it. Okay, thank you so much. Good night, and have a good day, and keep rocking. If you don't keep rocking, I will be come visiting you at your home at 3 a.m. maybe. Okay, bye.